So the usual apply. This meeting will be recorded and uploaded. If you wish not to be recorded, let us know in advance and we'll suspend the recording for you. WordWise Advanced Toastmasters Club is a Toastmasters Club like any other. We exercise the values of integrity, service, respect, and excellence within this club. It has the usual segments, and in addition to that, a few uh, additional segments that actually are unique in the world of Toastmasters. One of them is extempore writing. Another one is literary keynotes and recitals. A third one is interpretive reading. And the whole emphasis, the whole idea of the club is to not only celebrate literary excellence, because there are so many clubs around the world that celebrate literary excellence all the time. The most unique aspect of this club is that actually it tries to inculcate literary excellence within its members through its segments, and that is what makes it unique. Uh, as a club, we volunteer to refrain from creating controversies, from talking about topics such as sex, religion, and politics, with a view to debate or to marginalize a person or a group of persons. This is to preserve the safe environment that Toastmasters has. Toastmasters has no such requirement, by the way, to avoid these topics. But if you witness most of the club meetings around the world, they automatically steer clear of these topics. So in Pakistan and a major chunk of Asia, most clubs actually adopt this policy, knowing how Asians are. So um, the other protocols also apply. We keep ourselves on mute unless it's our turn to speak, and we appreciate each and every speaker. So with that, it is my honor and privilege to hand over the charge to our brand new, not exactly brand new, 6-day-old president. His term started on July 1. Uh, so Toastmaster Abdul Mateen, it will be my humble request if you could reintroduce yourself and then introduce yourself as president.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster DTM Talabina, Toastmaster. Pardon me. My name is Abdul Mateen Kasmi, and I have been the past part of Toastmaster community for last couple of years. And just as every Toastmaster does, in the same way, I developed myself. In the last contest, I was a finalist in international speech contest as well as in the talk contest. Additionally, I have served as a VP Education in WordWise Advanced Toastmaster Club from the last year. And now I'm having the same charge in ICAP Toastmaster as well. But now I have been promoted by the, you can say, XCOM of our Advanced Toastmaster. So I'm really thankful to them that they have given me the opportunity to serve as the president. So from now to onward, I will be taking this opportunity and would like to be sportive. And I believe on participative leadership, and I want everyone, every member, to be a part of this club, to be an active part of this club, so that we can grow together. So it is generally said that when we come together, it's a beginning, and when we keep the things together, it's a progress. And when we work together, it's a success. So for this club, we have to work together. And we all are the highly dignified, highly scholarly, and literary people here. And I do expect that we would have a tremendous job here, tremendous things in the upcoming years. So along with these words, let me have an introduction from our guest. First one is Muhammad Farooq. I would like to request Toastmaster Muhammad Farooq, please introduce yourself in our club. Muhammad Farooq, not available. And Toastmaster Javed Siddiqui, can you say a few words?
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam.
Yeah, thanks. for giving me this opportunity to join your club again and again. In fact, this is, I think, third or fourth times I join in your club. Basically, I'm member of Task Toastmaster here in Saudi Arabia, and approx 1.5 years old I am in child this Toastmaster journey. I was discussing with Noshin. This platform is like medicine. It heals a lot for us. Yeah, it's become late for us, but that is great. Like at least now I have my two sons. Both is the member of Toastmaster. One is 13 years, one is 11 years, and both are doing 100% better than me. So Alhamdulillah, this is this is very nice. Uh, and inshallah, today also we will, after this meeting, we will take something. As you told, when we work together, it's success, right? So inshallah, I'll try to contribute my share also for this meeting. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Javed Siddiqui, and we'll be so obliged and so thankful if you could give us consistent time to our club, and we'll be really thankful to you if you join us in every meeting and bring
Inshallah.
your children as well, so that we can learn how to develop fast pace in this. You can say when we sit with the Gen Z or Gen Alpha, I
Yeah.
sometimes saw that they are typing on the mobile with two hands.
Yeah.
So it becomes sometimes difficult for us to manage one finger on the typing board of the mobile, but the people, our kids are too much fast in this way. So
Yes.
when
Yes.
we have some young people with us, so we'll be learning from them how we can how we can be running along with them, how we can be in the same page, in the same pace that we can run together towards a goal, towards an objective of learning communication.
Yeah. I will take 30
So,
second more. Yesterday,
okay,
actually, like I have one small house in Riyadh. So when they are coming, they are entering inside the house. On the door, they are putting all the sleepers. So Haris came to me and he told, "See, it doesn't looks good." So my younger son was there. He is like close to 11 years old. I told him, why you're, I told to Haris, आप मुझसे क्यों बोल रहे हैं? Tell to your अपने भतीजों से बोलो, आप मुझसे मत बोलो. Then I left. When after maybe like after 10 minutes, I went outside and again I was in. I put my sleeper same like my son's was doing. Then he came to me, Baba, how you are doing? Tell me what I will say to Haris uncle. So Jain Alpha, this generation is something different.
exactly, they have their
Yeah,
own dynamics, and
yeah,
we can't imagine that what type of thoughts they have.
yes,
Thank you very
yes.
much, Toastmaster Javed Siddiqui. And now I would like to have some words from Toastmaster Muhammad Farooq.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I'm hopeful I'm audible, and this is my great honor to come to this club. Once we have been member of this club, then I left for some reason, and now I am again struggling to join back. So this consider me as a returning guest. So we'll see, inshallah, today's meeting will be highly uh, important for me as well because I am presenting something that I hope you will all like. Sorry for my throat. At the last moment, I got stuck. So sorry for that. But I am hopeful that I am audible clearly.
Yes, you are audible.
Yes.
Thank you very
So a
much
little
for your
introduction.
words.
Yes.
Okay, okay,
A
please,
little
please go ahead.
introduction that my name is Mohammad Farooq, DTM. I'm associated with Toastmasters since 2019, and I got two small credits on my CV. National champion of international speech contest and Urdu speech contest in 2020 and 22. So, and I've been the TLI chair for in 2024 in Toastmasters, Pakistan. So this is little intro from my side.
Thank you very much. What a personality you have, and it's a great honor for us that you have joined us as a returning guest. But we would like to have you as a permanent member of this club because we need to learn a lot from your aspiration, from your journey, from your experiences. Whatever you have, it is your duty to delegate all these things to the Worldwide Advanced Toastmaster team. So, thank you very much, DTM Muhammad Farooq. Now, I would like hand over the stage to a very seasoned, I mean, morning, evening, and noon, and at the night. Every time he's a Toastmaster. And when you say that if someone is dreaming Toastmaster, you can call few names, and one of them is DTM Tala bin Hamid. So I would hand over the charge to our Toastmaster of the day, DTM Tala bin Hamid.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. President. It is my honor and privilege to host this first meeting of the new year and also our 70th meeting. The theme of the meeting is Strange New Worlds. And if you think about it, this very club is a strange new world as well, because it is completely unique compared to other Toastmasters club. There are lots of strange worlds in literature. One of those worlds we will visit through our keynote. But if you look around and see the world literature over the past few hundred years, or even these days, it is full of strange new worlds. And what is this desire for world building? That is a term we use in science fiction and gaming. World building. Why do writers, poets create entire new worlds? What is so wrong with this world? That's the question we need to contemplate. Sometimes, especially in these days, when you read science fiction or when you watch science fiction movies, it is all dystopian. Those worlds are either post-apocalyptic or very near the apocalypse, considerably worse than the worlds that we have today. So why do writers actually elect to paint a bleaker picture than what we already have? That's another question that we could contemplate. I don't know how many of you have read the novels or seen the movies, The Hunger Games, or so many other such examples. They all paint a bleak picture of humanity under tyrannical rulers, personal liberties, and even the right to think taken away. If you think about it, 1984 by George Orwell was written in 1948. And at that point in time, science fiction used to be, and literature in general, used to be full of hope, full of dreams about the future. Asimov, Clarke, Heinlein, and other great storytellers of the time painted worlds where humanity was advanced, it was peaceful, it was united, it was scientifically advanced. And George Orwell dared to write a book that set all that aside. He showed technology, but that technology was the big brother watching everyone. He also showed advancement in human governance and structures. But that was no democracy. It was the rule of the few to serve the few, and the rest of humanity used as slaves. And the biggest twist of the book, I will not give it away, but it is literally something that will make you want to end your life right there and then. It is so depressing. But what stands out is how relevant 1984 seems to the world of today. How relevant Hunger Games seems relevant, because Everything is being done for the screen, to portray certain thoughts, certain ideas. And if you think about it, we are slaves. This is one of the rare instances where we are actually communicating and having a meaningful dialogue with another living, thinking human being through the screen. Otherwise, what do we see on the screen 90% of the time? Yesterday, I watched a video on YouTube for 12 minutes, and then my son told me that, Baba, it was all AI generated. And I couldn't tell. I'm very, very wary of AI generated videos. Usually, Google also tags them, but that tag is so tiny that it is easy to miss it, right? And I felt my time was completely wasted and that's when I realized that in this strange new world, human contact and human creation has become precious. It has become rare and getting in rarer by the day. What's happening on YouTube? AI generated videos fighting to get attention within AI based algorithms. So it is machines talking to machines already, and we are just watching helplessly. Don't we watch anything that YouTube presents to us? When was the last time you searched for a specific video on YouTube? I don't think we ever do that. We just scroll through the feed to find something that might interest us. And we are under the illusion that we are getting educated, whereas what the app is feeding us is exactly nothing, because it is reinforcing our thoughts, reinforcing our beliefs. It's not adding anything new. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, because the primary purpose is not to educate, it is to enslave you, me, and everyone so that we don't click away from the screen. That's why our phones are working 24/7. They're not tools. They don't enable us to communicate or anything. Yes, that is their purpose. But look, where is the phone app in your phone? And how often does it get used? It is called a phone, right? But where is the phone app? And what other apps do you use? Haven't it happened to you and me and everyone else that you pick up the phone to check a message and you don't check that message and end up doing 1,000 other things and you forget about the message completely? What's worse is when we start to communicate with a human being. If I want to send a message to someone, I will get distracted and fail to send it many times. So think about it, ladies and gentlemen, in this strange new words. Talking to a human being, listening to a human being, and reaping the benefits of human thinking is become rarer and rarer. So with that, a little bit of an introduction about the meeting. WordWise has a unique agenda. We will have, after this, we will have assignment for the Let's Word It segment. Let's Word It segment is our extempore writing segment. Then we'll have our keynote recital. And then we'll have two pathway speeches. After that, we'll have book review and interpretive reading, another of our unique segments. After that, we'll have Let's Word It Recite, where people who have written something have a chance to recite it. And that will end with journal evaluation by Toastmaster Asghar. So without further ado, I would ask distinguished Toastmaster Asma Nas to introduce her role as language evaluator and also introduce the word of the day.
Thank you so much. Am I audible?
Yes.
And please bear with the noise of that fan is making around me.
No worries.
So as a language evaluator, my role will be to note down any improvement area that I see during the meeting and suggest how that can be improved. In addition to, I'll be noting some good usage of grammar, some good phrases that I liked, and I'll uh, identify and that word, those words. And the word of the day is vivid. Vivid is an adjective, and it means something strikingly bright, intense, or producing clear, powerful, and detailed image in mind. So, because it was very much going through the theme of the meeting and the content that we have today, so I chose this word. The word of the day is vivid, and it's an adjective. So when we will be listening to our speeches or our keynote, we will be imagining things in our mind. So that's why I chose these words. Thank you. That's all from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Aditi and Asma, for that vivid description. I will be the timer of the meeting, and you just need to keep an eye on my window for the signals, which are, I know it's obligatory for me to show you the colors as if you don't know, but, but this is an advanced club. But anyhow, this is the green color when you reach the minimum time. This is the yellow color where you reach the intermediate time. And this is a red color when you had the maximum time of your speech or presentation. Once you see red, that means you have 30 seconds to wind up your presentation. So speeches are usually 5 to 7 minutes. So 5, 6, 7. Evaluations are 2 to 3 minutes, 2, 2.5, and 3. And recitals are 3 to 5 minutes. So 3, 4, and 5. So with that, it is now time to have our piece de resistance, the centerpiece of our meeting and one of the unique aspects of WordWise Advanced Toastmasters Club, which is our keynote presentation. I will not give away too much about the presentation. Instead, I'll ask the presenter to briefly introduce it. DTM Farooq, he's already introduced himself. He's a writer, he's a poet, and he has the distinction of winning the district public speaking international speech contest in both English and Urdu in different years, which is significant because that means that two different sets of judges actually put him over the top in 2 different years. So he's also someone who is able to effortlessly bring eloquence and deep thought into everyday conversations. And that is why whenever we are having WhatsApp chats, they are supremely educative. And like all great people in this world, he's also a chartered accountant. So, so over to you, DTM Mohammed Farooq.
Thank you very much, DTM Talha. Actually, you introduced me and you raised the bar of expectation. Let me see if I can fulfill that. So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to ask if everyone understands Urdu reasonably, because my presentation will be more in Urdu. तो हम उर्दू में सब जो लोग नहीं समझ सकते उनके लिए फिर मैं उसका ट्रांसलेशन जो है वो बाद में पेश करूंगा. तो ये प्रेजेंटेशन है जोशमली आबादी के मुताबिक. कितने लोग जोशमली आबादी का नाम सुन चुके हैं या उन्हें जानते हैं? 20वीं सदी में अगर मैं कहूं कि 2 शायर ऐसे पैदा हुए थे उर्दू जबान में जिनका डिक्शन, जो वोकेबलरी है या अल्फाज का इस्तेमाल है, वो इतना अजीम शान था कि एक गुलाम मुल्क में होने के बावजूद उन्होंने अपना जो अंदाज गुफ्तगू है या अंदाज तकल्लुम है या शायरी का अंदाज है वो मलकाना या शहनशाहाना रखा. उसमें एक है अल्लामा इकबाल और दूसरे हैं जोशमली आबादी. जोशमली आबादी को शायर शबाब और शायर इनकलाब कहा जाता है. शायर शबाब यूं कहा जाता है कि उनकी गज़लें और उनकी नज़मों का जो एक मिजाज है वो रोमानवी है, और उस रोमानियत में भी उन्होंने जो जबान का तड़का लगाया है वो अपनी मिसाल है. اور دوسری ان کی شاعری جو نظمیں ہیں، طویل نظمیں ہیں، وہ انقلاب سے متعلق ہے، کیونکہ اس وقت آزادی کی لہر تھی ہندوستان کے اندر میں، اور اس وقت ہر شخص اس برطانوی راج کے خلاف کسی نہ کسی مرحلے پر جد و جہد کر رہا تھا. تو جو شاعر لوگ تھے وہ اپنی شاعری کے ذریعے یہ پیغام پہنچا رہے تھے. تو ان کی جو انقلابی نظمیں ہیں وہ بھی ایک عالیشان، اور جیسے میں نے کہا کہ ان کے الفاظ کا چناؤ اتنا زبردست ہوتا تھا کہ وہ لگتا ہی نہیں تھا کہ کوئی غلام بات کر رہا ہے، بلکہ ایسا لگتا تھا کوئی شہنشاہ بات کر رہا ہے. آج ان کی جس نظم کو میں لے کے آیا ہوں، اور اگر آپ مجھے اجازت دیں تو میں اپنی اسکرین آپ کے ساتھ شیئر کروں. اگر آپ میری اسکرین دیکھ سکتے ہیں.
آپ کی اسکرین ابھی تکمیل کے مراحل میں ہے. اب آ ٹھیک ہے.
جی، تو یہ ایک نظم ہے، بڑی طویل نظم ہے، اور میں کوشش کروں گا کہ آپ کو بور کیے بغیر اس کو پیش کر سکوں. اور یہ نظم متعلق ہے ایک ایسی چیز کے متعلق جو ہم سب اسکول میں پڑھ چکے ہیں، یعنی کہ کائنات کی ابتدا اور زمین پر جو زندگی ہے اس کا آغاز. اب جوش صاحب کے سامنے ایک سب سے بڑا مسئلہ یہ تھا کہ اس وقت تک اردو زبان ایک رومانوی زبان، غزلوں کی زبان سمجھی جاتی تھی، جس میں کوئی سائنٹیفک چیز بیان نہیں ہو سکتی. تو جوش صاحب نے یہ ایک تجربہ کیا کہ اردو زبان میں اسی شاعری میں، اسی نفاست کے ساتھ، اسی نستعلیق انداز میں یہ اتنی بڑی سائنسی حقیقت کہ دنیا کس طرح وجود میں آئی، بگ بینگ کس طرح ہوا، اور اس کے بعد زمین پہ کیا کیا حیات کے مراحل پیش آئے، اتنی خوبصورتی سے انہوں نے بیان کیا ہے کہ آپ کو وہ جو اردو زبان کے اوپر یہ جو داغ کہا جاتا تھا وہ آپ کو دھلتا ہوا نظر آئے. اور اس نظم میں آپ دیکھیں گے جو میں نے بات کی کہ الفاظ کا جو چناؤ ہے اور الفاظ کی جو نفاست ہے وہ آپ کو اس میں کھل کے سامنے ملے گی. شروع کرتے ہیں. جوش والی آبادی نظم ہے ارتقا، آفرینش حیات و کائنات پر مبنی ایک نظم. شاعر شباب و انقلاب حضرت جوش والی آبادی. رنگ و بو کا یہ ستارہ جس میں ہے یہ ریل پہ، زندگی کا جس میں کھیلا جا رہا ہے کب سے کھیل. یہ قرا، یہ آب و گل کی کارگاہ ہست و بود، قبل از پیدائش تاریخ ہے جس کا وجود. رقص میں کب سے ہے یہ رقاص ہے جادو ادا، ذہن میں آتا نہیں اندازہ ماہ سال کا. عمر کیا ہے اس تماشا گاہ ابر و باد کی، غور کرتے وقت رک جاتی ہے سانس سادات کی. یہ مہو خورشید، یہ سیار گانے حتمی، اور انہی کے ساتھ یہ گردندہ الٹا زمین. ایک ہی حجلے میں رقصہ تھے یہ سب آتش کمان، جن کے گردا گرد تھا لرزندہ ایک شور و فجار. گرمی انداز سے لیکن یہ بز میں اتفاق، پل میں برہم ہو گئی کچھ یوں پھکا سور فراق. شعلے رو تارے جدا ہو کر پرافشاں ہو گئے، پھول گلدستے میں جتنے تھے پریشاں ہو گئے. اور پریشاں ہو کے چمکے پیچ و خم کھانے لگے، گرد میرے ناز پرور ناچنے گانے لگے. مہر کا زور کشش یوں زلف چھٹکانے لگا، کوکبوں کا جذبہ رم رقص فرمانے لگا. اور ہمارا یہ ستارہ بھی بشوں کے آب و دل بن گیا دوش خلا پر ایک وجود مستقل. علامہ حفیظ اس دور آتش کا سما، آگ تھی صرف آگ، پانی کا نہ تھا نام و نشاں. ایک ہیبت ناک بھٹی تھی خلا کے درمیاں، شعلے جنبا و آتش پرور و دوزخ فشاں. پنجائے آتش سے خود اپنا غریباں پھاڑتی، گونج تھی ہوتی کھلکتی کھولتی چنگھاڑتی. دھات کے پگھلے ہوئے انبار سے بہتے ہوئے، آگ سے نرم تھا لوہا اور پتھر موم تھے. یہ زمین تھی ہر نفس نامے دوزخ چپتی ہوئی، کانپتی جلتی دھمکتی کھولتی تپتی ہوئی. گونجتی اسٹیم سناٹی ہوئی چنگاریاں، کپ کپی جھٹکے دھماکے زلزلے شعلے دھواں. پتھروں کی برہمی پگھلی ہوئی گندک کا جوش، آتشی لاوے کے فوارے چٹانوں کا خروش. کاپتے شعلوں کی لرزش، لپلپاتی لو کا غم، سرخ انگاروں کی ہلچل کیوں کا آنچوں کا غم. چیختی بھونتی ابلتی گونجتی گلتی رہی، یوں ہی لاکھوں سال بیچاری زمین ٹوٹتی رہی، سسنامی کی بدولت ٹھوکریں کھاتی رہی، وقت کی لا انتہا وسط میں چکراتی رہی، تب ہوا پیدا مزاج نار میں کچھ اعتدال، مائل نرمی ہوا عفریت آتش کا جلا، اور پھر آہستہ آہستہ نئے آہنگ سے پھوٹ نکلے کھولتے سوتے بتون سنگ سے، جن سے پھوٹا چشمہ گرم فلزات خوش آب، آ گئی روئے زمیں پر ایک انوکھی آبتا، خود کو آب تیرا کی رفتار میں کھونے لگے، پستیوں میں سرخ ذرے طے نشی ہونے لگے، رفتہ رفتہ سینہ گیتی میں دل بننے لگے، آب کا گاڑا پسینہ ساز گل بننے لگا، اور پھر اسٹیم سے ٹھنڈی ہوائیں مس ہوئی، سنسناتے پتھروں پر بوندیاں بجنے لگیں، آب و آتش میں بہم سرگوشیاں ہونے لگیں، بوندیوں کی گود میں چنگاریاں سونے لگیں، اور پھر تدریجن یوں ہی گھٹتی رہی بے مہر آگ، ہنس کے پھر بارہ کی جانب موڑ دی قدرت نے باغ مڑتے ہی گٹائیں بال بکھرانے لگیں، شادیانوں کی صدائیں چرخ سے آنے لگیں، بدلیاں تپتی چٹانوں کو ہوا دینے لگی، دلکشی سے ندیاں انگڑائیاں لینے لگیں، ہو گیا فطرت کا دل خوشی سے باغ باغ، بن گیا گردوں رقیق القلب گیتی تر دماغ، ابر لہرانے لگے ٹھنڈی ہوا چلنے لگی، پے کرے گیتی میں نبض مدعا چلنے لگی، گنگناتے پیچ و خم کھاتے ہوئے دھارے چلے، آگ کے سینے پہ پانی کے خنکارے چلے، معدنی ذرات سے بھرنے لگی جیب زمین، ماریز تخلیق میں آنے لگی خاک مبین، مدتوں دنیا رہی آشفتہ حال و سینہ چاک، تب کہیں جا کر فراہم ہو سکے اسباب خاک، اور پھر بحر حیات آور نے آ کر جوش میں نو عروس خاکداں کو لے لیا آغوش میں، تشنا کامی کو بلاخر جام کوثر مل گیا، بہر کیا پایا عروس خاک کو بر مل گیا، اور پھر آئیں بلائیں کارواں در کارواں، برف باری زلزلے سیلاب سرسر آندیاں، برف گرتی تھی بلائے آسمانی کی طرح، اور برس پڑتی تھی بعض اوقات پانی کی طرح، ژالہ باری کے دھماکے تھے چٹانوں پر محیط، ہولتے تھے ہر قدم پر شاہ طوفاں کے نقیب، ایسی گرتی تھی چٹانوں پر کڑک کر بجلیاں، سرخ لو بن کر نکل پڑتی تھی پتھر کی زباں، تند ہو طوفان آتے تھے اور اتنے متصل، کانپتا رہتا تھا نو مولود کو ساروں کا دل، ہر نفس ایک زلزلہ ایک سیل ایک طوفان تھا، ایک گرج ایک گونج ایک ہنگامہ ایک ہے جان تھا، الغرض دنیا نہ جب خوش تھی نہ اب آرام میں، پہلے بٹی میں تھی مشتر اب بھنور کے دام میں، کم سنی اور کم سنی میں یہ بلائیں ہولناک، آگ سے کل نیم جاتی آج پانی سے حل، ایک تھے دکھیا زمیں کے واسطے قہر و کرم، کل تھے اگنی کے مظالم آج اندر کے ستم، الغرض ناہید و مریخ دونوں سخت تھے، کل تو اس کا قہر تھا اور آج اس کے عرب دے، اپنا طوفانی سفینہ الغرض کھیتی رہی، ارض قرنوں کروٹوں پر کروٹیں لیتی رہی، صبر لیکن مدتوں بعد کام آ ہی گیا، تیرا شب کو روزے روشن کا پیام آ ہی گیا، آرزو دل کی برائی سینکڑوں کرنوں کے بعد رک گئی طوفان کی نبضیں تھم گئی آواز رات، آب و آتش کو سمویا وقت کی رفتار نے، سانس لی راحت کی پہلی مرتبہ سنسار میں، ہو گئے طوفان گزیدہ بحر و بر شادان کال، یوں ہوا پیدا عناصر میں نمایاں اعتدال، مجدائے ہستی لیے موجے صبا آنے لگی، کلزموں نے ارغنو چھیڑا زمین گانے لگی، اور پھر ایک دل فریب و دل نشی انداز سے خاک سے پودوں نے سر اپنے نکالے ناز سے، اور پھر سبزے کی جنبش سے زمین لہرا گئی، اس ستارے کی مسے بھیگی جوانی آ گئی، اور پھر کچھ تھم کے اٹھی ایک موجے سرخوشی، کلزموں میں زندگی کی اولی جنبش ہوئی، ہاتھ نے انگڑائی لے کر اپنے جوڑے کو چھوا، آئی سطح بحر سے میلاد خانی کی صدا، زندگی کی طرفہ جنبش سے ملی روح جمود، اولی مضراب سے لرزا ہوا تارے وجود، کوکلے بن بن کے پھوٹے خاکداں کیول ملی، مچھلیوں کی شکل میں ابھرے ارادے بہر کے، کہا کی نبضیں بغیر کہکشاں چلنے لگیں، پانیوں پر سانس لیتی کشتیاں چلنے لگیں، بہر کے تاریک گوشے تک منور ہو گئے، زندگی کی سانس سے جھونکے معطر ہو گئے۔ زندگی کیا دولت بیدار و ادراک و حواس، زندگی آواز اشارہ گیت آگہی قیاس، زندگی موجے شعور و جوئے دانش، زندگی سیل احساسات کے طوفان گاہ جنبش، زندگی خسرو گردوں بردا شاہ گیتی، زندگی زندگی تابندگی رخصندگی رخشندگی، شعلہ پیکر شعلہ پرور شعلہ افشاں، زندگی پرفشاں جنبا رواں جوڑا خاں، زندگی اس ستارے کی امنگوں کی روانی، زندگی تم طوفانی عناصر کی روانی، زندگی منتشر تاریخ دنیا کی معلف، زندگی دین کے رنگین صحائف کی مصنف، زندگی زندگی سیرے مرتبہ، دہر کا دل خاک کی معراج فطرت کی مراد، میل عالم فاتح پیدا و پنہا، زندگی کردگار انبیاء خلاق یزداں، زندگی الغرض اب زندگی کا کارواں چلنے لگا اور نئی شکلوں نئے اجسام میں ڈھلنے لگا۔ ابتداً بہر میں چلتا رہا بڑھتا رہا اور پھر آہستہ آہستہ زمین پر آ گیا، بحر سے نکلا تو بحر بے قرار بن کر چلا، پاؤں رکھتے ہی زمین پر آسماں بن کر چلا، مچھلیاں اشراق طائر چار پائے آدمی اور بالآخر ہر طرف تھی زندگی ہی زندگی۔ اتنے قرنوں میں بڑا یہ کارواں زندگی، سانس اکھڑ جاتی ہے اس تفسیر سے تاریخ کی، سوچ تو کس منزل طوفان سے آئی ہے زندگی، کتنی موتوں کو کچل کر مسکرائی ہے زندگی، کتنی تاریکی کے اندر پائی ہے راہ رجا، کتنے میدان تھے جہاں گر گر کے اٹھی ہے حیا۔ So this was جی آپ کچھ کہہ فلاں
نہیں، آپ میرا خیال ہے کہ اب آپ اس کی تشریح پیش کریں گے یا
جی تو اگر سب انگریزی اردو سمجھنے والے ہیں تو اردو میں ہی اس کی تشریح کر دیں یا انگریزی میں کر دیں۔ حاضرین اگر آپ اردو سمجھ سکتے ہیں تو اپنے ہاتھ اٹھا دیں تاکہ معاملہ آسان کیا جا سکے۔ میرے خیال میں سارے اردو داں ہیں تو جی، تو نظم کی تشریح کرنے کی کوئی خاص ضرورت نہیں ہے کیونکہ آپ سب نے سن لی، اور کچھ میں نے کوشش کی تھی کہ اس کے ویژول بھی بنا سکوں، جلد بازی میں کچھ جو ویژول مجھ سے بن سکے وہ میں نے پیش کر دیے۔ تو جوش صاحب شروع کرتے ہیں کہ وقت سے پہلے جو سما تھا، جب پوری کائنات ایک ہی خورے کے اندر قید تھی، اور پھر اچانک ایک دھماکہ ہوا اور ہر ایٹم کا جو ذرہ تھا وہ آزاد ہو گیا، اور پھر کسی کی گریویٹی نے کس کو اپنے جکڑے میں لے لیا، اور اس طرح کے کہکشائیں بن گئی، اور پھر نظام شمسی بن گئے اور ستارے بن گئے، اور زمین جس وقت الگ ہوئی تو وہ سورج کا حصہ تھی تو ظاہر ہے بہت زیادہ گرم تھی، تو اس گرمی کے جو مناظر پیش کیے ہیں وہ آپ نے ملاحظہ فرمائے۔ پھر ایٹماسفیئر کس طرح ڈیولپ ہوا ہمارا اسٹیم کے ذریعے، پھر پانی کس طرح آیا زمین پر، اور پھر پانی اور آگ اور اس مٹی کے تال میل سے جو پہلا یونی سیلولر پیدا ہوا، جو پودا بنا، پھر پودے سے پھر وہ ایک حیات کا آغاز ہوا، اور پھر وہ حیات کس طرح ایک یونی سیلولر آرگینزم سے جو ہے وہ ایک انسان کے اندر منتقل ہوئی، اور آج وہ انسان جس ترقی کی معراج پر ہے۔ اور آخری کے اس کے جو 3 اشعار تھے جو ہمارا ٹیک اوے ہے اس نظم سے، کہ اتنی ساری اسٹرگل کے بعد جو اللہ تعالیٰ نے یہ کائنات بنائی ہے وہ میرے لیے بنائی ہے، اور ہم چھوٹی چھوٹی باتوں پر اپنی ہمت ہار جاتے ہیں۔ تو اگر ایک میدان میں ہم ناکام بھی ہو گئے تو دوسرے میدان کھل جاتے ہیں. یہ اس نظم کا ٹیک اوے ہے کہ زمین جس طرح اپنے آپ کو اڈاپٹیو کرتی رہی، کہ کبھی آگ تھی تو اس کے اندر بھی اس نے سروائیو کیا، جب پانی تھا اس کے اندر بھی سروائیو کیا، جب برف کا دور آیا اس کے اندر بھی زمین نے سروائیو کیا، پھر جب ایٹماسفیئر بن گیا اور بارشیں بسنے لگی، سیلاب آتے رہے، زلزلے آتے رہے، آتش فشاں پھٹتے رہے، اس سارے قدرتی آفات کا زمین نے مقابلہ کیا، اور آج ہم وہ ساری چیزیں جو ہے وہ ہمیں گرانٹیڈ ہو گئی ہیں اور ہم ان سے فائدہ اٹھا رہے ہیں. تو ہمیں اپنی ہمت جوان رکھنی ہے. اگر ایک میدان میں ہم کسی وجہ سے ناکام ہو جاتے ہیں یا ہمت ہار دیتے ہیں یا کامیابی حاصل نہیں کر سکتے، تو ہمت ہار دینا جو ہے وہ مسئلے کا حل نہیں ہے، بلکہ آگے بڑھ کے ایک اور میدان اپنے لیے تلاشنا، اپنے آپ کو اس سچویشن کو اڈاپٹ کرتے ہوئے آگے بڑھنا. یہ اس نظم کا مرکزی خیال ہے. اس پہ
Okay.
اگر آپ کے کچھ سوالات ہیں.
Yes. So first of all, thank you, DTM Farooq. That was absolutely amazing, and we are considerably ahead of time, mashallah. So I think we can allow easily 10 minutes for Q&A and comments. So starting with you, Toastmasters.
یس، بہت شکریہ ڈی ٹی ایم طلحہ بن حامد، اور بہت شکریہ محمد فاروق اس طویل نظم کو سنانے کا. اس کا کانٹیکسٹ اور پھر آپ نے جس طرح بتایا، اس کا پس منظر آپ نے بتایا، مجھے ایسا لگتا ہے کہ اس کا پس منظر ایک سائنسی پس منظر ہے جو 18th اور 19th اور 20th سینچری میں جو دریافتیں ہوئی بیالوجی میں، فزکس میں، اس پس منظر میں کہا گیا ہے. اور اس میں میں نے یہ دیکھا، یہ جو دیکھنے والی دل کی بات میں کر رہا ہوں، اس پس منظر دل بینا کی، اس پس منظر میں نے یہ دیکھا کہ ریلیجیس کنوکشن اس میں کم تھا، سائنٹیفک ڈسکوری بیک گراؤنڈ میں اب اس کے پس منظر میں زیادہ تھا. لیکن آپ جو جس طرح اس کی تشریح کر رہے تھے، وہ ایک ریلیجیس جو کنوکشن ہے اس کو لے کر اس کی تشریح کر رہے تھے. کیا آپ نہیں سمجھتے کہ اس کی تشریح اگر اس کی اپنی کانٹیکسٹ میں اور اس کی بیک گراؤنڈ میں ہوتی تو زیادہ اچھا تھا، ریفرنسز اس کی بیک گراؤنڈ میں ہوتے تو زیادہ اچھا تھا؟ بیکاز دس پوئٹ از ہیپن ٹو بی اے لیفٹسٹ، برصغیر کے لیفٹسٹوں میں اس کا شمار تھا، اور وہ شاید اوورلی ریلیجیس نہیں تھا. مجھے نہیں پتا لوگوں کے ذاتی عقائد کا، لیکن اوورلی ریلیجیس نہیں تھا اپنے ہم اثر باقی شاعروں سے، جس طرح آپ نے علامہ اقبال کا ذکر کیا. اس بارے میں میں چاہوں گا کہ آپ اپنے ذاتی خیالات کا اظہار کریں بیسڈ آن یور نالج.
جی بہت شکریہ ٹوسٹ ماسٹر اصغر، اور یہ سوال مجھے سن کے بڑی خوشی ہوئی، کیونکہ اس
بڑی اچھی بات
اور کٹ گئی ہے. اصغر صاحب، آپ نے ایسا کیا سوال کر دیا؟ ایک منٹ، میں خیال ہے تھوڑا سا انتظار کرتے ہیں، ان کا رابطہ جو ہے وہ بحال ہو گیا. اچھا، جب تک یہ واپس آتے ہیں، یہ بڑی دلچسپ ایک وہ ہے، کیونکہ جب یہ ہماری گفتگو ہو رہی تھی اس پروجیکٹ سے متعلق، تو یہی ایسپیکٹ سامنے آیا تھا. اور اس میں جو ٹی ٹی ایم فاروق ہے، انہوں نے پھر یہ کہا کہ he will actually cut off some of the material so that not to offend the audience. اور سیکنڈ جو میرے اس میں 2 bits ہیں، وہ یہ ہیں کہ we think of scientific discovery and scientific history and the religious interpretation of formation of the universe and human and life as 2 conflicting things. But increasingly, as it turns out, it is really harmonious with each other. There's no direct conflict, just the
No,
terms
no.
are- Yeah,
Now, ٹی طلع I agree what you are
yeah,
saying. اور میں اس بات پہ بھی اگری کرتا ہوں. آپ عمر میں مجھ سے چھوٹے ہیں، لیکن میں آپ کا ایک فرما بردار شاگرد ہوں اس ٹوسٹ ماسٹر میٹنگ میں، کہ آفینڈ ہم کس طرح نہ کریں، آڈینس کو آفینڈ کس طرح نہ کریں، ہمیں اس بات کا بہت خیال رکھنا چاہیے. بٹ یہ اس کاسٹ پہ نہ کی جائے کہ اس شاعر کے ساتھ انصاف نہ ہو.
right.
I mean, you are not allowed to take an opposite stand.
Yeah.
اب بالکل اس کو درمیانی راستے کا میں بالکل قائل ہوں جی. ہمیں چھوٹی چھوٹی بات پہ دائیں اور بائیں بازو کا وہ
Right.
قضیہ کھڑا ہو جاتا ہے، اور میں بہت ولنریبل پوزیشن میں اپنے آپ کو ہمیشہ پاتا ہوں. تو وہ حد تک تو ٹھیک ہے، اور ناٹ آفینڈنگ دا آڈینس از ٹوٹلی کریکٹ. لیکن جس بات پہ میں ایمفیسائز کرنا چاہتا ہوں کہ پہ اس کی ڈائمیٹریکلی
اس کی
اپوزٹ
اسپرٹ جو ہے
اسٹینڈ.
وہ برقرار رہنی چاہیے. I think DTM
ایگزیکٹلی.
Farooq is back. So over to you, sir.
جی موٹروس ماسٹر اصغر، آپ کا سوال اتنا وزنی تھا کہ وہ نیٹ ورک بھی اس کو نہیں سنبھال پایا.
وہ اور لائن کٹ گئی.
تو اس میں تو پہلے تو مجھے شک ہوا کہ کہیں اور سے کٹی ہے لائن، لیکن وہ نیٹ ورک کا ہی مسئلہ تھا. بہرحال تو اس میں جو میری گزارشات ہیں وہ یہ ہے کہ جس وقت شاعر کا شعر اس کی زبان سے ادا ہوتا ہے، وہ اس کا نہیں رہتا، وہ پھر عوام کا ہو جاتا ہے، اور ہر شخص آزاد ہے اس کا کوئی بھی مطلب اخذ کرنے کے لیے. تو بڑی مشہور مثال ہے کہ پروین شاکر کا ایک شعر جب وہ ایم اے کا امتحان دینے گئی تو انہی کے امتحان نامے میں آ گیا، اور انہوں نے اس شعر کی تشریح کی جس پہ ان کو جو ہے نا 0 مارکس ملے، کیونکہ جو ممتحن تھا وہ سمجھتا تھا کہ پروین شاکر کے اس شعر کا مطلب وہ نہیں ہے جو پروین شاکر سمجھتی ہے، بلکہ وہ ہے جو میں سمجھتا ہوں. تو یہاں پہ بھی یہی بات ہے. مولانا رومی کے اشعار آپ دیکھ لیں تو وہ مشرق و مغرب میں یکساں مقبول ہیں، اور ہر شخص ان سے اپنے اپنے فہم کے مطابق جو ہے نا وہ استفادہ کرتا ہے. تو اس شعر کے اس نظم کے اندر بھی میرا جو ٹیک اوے ہے وہ یہی ہے کہ ہم نے جو زمین کی اسٹرگل دیکھی ہے، اس اسٹرگل سے ہم کیا سیکھے ہیں، یا اس سے ہمیں کیا سبق سیکھنا چاہیے. ایک اس کا پہلو جو ہے نا سسٹینیبلٹی کی طرف بھی جاتا ہے، کہ یہ زمین جو اتنی محنت مشقت کے بعد ہمیں ملی ہے، اب ہم اس کو جو برباد کر رہے ہیں تو اس کا بھی کوئی ہم سے حساب لے گا یا نہیں لے گا. اور ریلیجیس بات یہ ہے کہ ریلیجن تو کسی بھی شخص کے عقائد ہوتے ہیں، چاہے وہ مذہبی ہوں یا غیر مذہبی ہوں، اس عقائد کے سیٹ کو ریلیجن کہتے ہیں. تو اگر ہم نان ریلیجن بیس پہ بھی بات کر رہے ہوں گے تو وہ بھی کسی نہ کسی ریلیجن کے ہی فریم ورک کے اندر فٹ ہوگا. تو جوش صاحب کے جو باقی چیزیں ہیں، میں ان کا ایک سب سے مشہور شعر آپ کو اگر سناؤں تو آپ دیکھیے کہ اس میں ریلیجن کو آپ ڈھونڈ سکتے ہیں یا نہیں. وہ فرماتے ہیں کہ انسانیت کو بیدار تو ہو لینے دو، انسانیت کو بیدار تو ہو لینے دو، ہر قوم پکارے گی ہمارے ہیں حسین. اب اس کو آپ ریلیجیس میں لے سکتے ہیں، اس کو آپ اسٹرگل کے پوائنٹ آف ویو سے بھی لے سکتے ہیں، اس کو آپ یہ بھی لے سکتے ہیں کہ ظالم کے سامنے کبھی بھی سر نہیں جھکانا چاہیے. یعنی کہ جب آپ نے جو جملہ کہہ دیا وہ آپ کی زبان سے ادا ہو گیا تو پھر وہ عوام کا ہو گیا. پھر ہر شخص آزاد ہے اس کو اپنے اپنے فہم کے مطابق، اپنے اپنے تجربے کے مطابق اس کو سمجھے، اس میں سے جو مطلب اخذ کرنا چاہے وہ اخذ کرے. ہاں، اس میں انٹلیکچوئل ڈس آنیسٹی نہیں ہونی چاہیے کہ میں ذاتی طور پہ سمجھتا ہوں کہ شعر کا مطلب کچھ اور ہے لیکن میں لوگوں کو کچھ اور بتاؤں، یہ چیز نہ ہو. لیکن اگر میں صحیح طور پہ سمجھتا ہوں کہ اس نظم کا واقعی یہ مطلب ہے کہ ہمت نہ ہارنے کا اس کے اندر ایک سبق ملتا ہے، یا اس کے اندر ایک سبق ملتا ہے کہ یہ زمین جو ہمیں ملی ہے یہ ہمیں مفت میں نہیں ملی، بلکہ یہ اتنے بڑے ایک فیز سے گزرنے کے بعد ہمیں ملی ہے. اور ہم انسان صرف 10,000 سال کے ہیں، ہماری جو آبادی ہے وہ 10,000 سال 12,000 سال کے ہمیں نقوش ملتے ہیں. یہ دنیا 13.5 ارب سال سے ہے. تو یہ کسی وجہ سے ہمارے لیے بنائی گئی ہے، اور وہ وجہ ہمیں تلاش کرنی ہے اور اس وجہ کے اوپر عمل کرنی ہے. تو یہ میرا ٹیک اوے ہے اس کا، جو میں نے آپ کے سامنے پیش کی. باقی آپ آزاد ہیں. اس کو سائنٹیفکلی میں نے کہا کہ یہ اس وقت کا سب سے بڑا چیلنج تھا کہ اردو زبان پہ بہت بڑا داغ تھا کہ یہ طوطا اور مینا کی کہانی سے باہر نہیں نکل پا رہی. تو علامہ اقبال نے کام کیا کہ فلسفے کو اردو زبان اردو شاعری کے اندر متعارف کروایا. بہت دقیق فلسفہ ہے علامہ اقبال کا. اس سے پہلے مرزا غالب نے کوشش کی لیکن وہ عوام میں مقبول نہ ہو سکا اس وقت. بعد میں ہوا، 100 سال بعد غالب کو اس کا مقام مل گیا، لیکن اس وقت تو غالب کو جو ہے وہ مشکل شاعر سمجھ کے اور فلسفی شاعر سمجھ کے نظر انداز کر دیا گیا. یہی اقبال کے ساتھ ہوا. اقبال نے فلسفے کو عوام کی سطح پہ پہنچانے کی کوشش کی. جوش صاحب نے کوشش کی کہ انقلاب کو عوامی سطح پہ پہنچائیں، اور اس طرح کے دقیق ان کے کچھ اور بھی بڑے مشہور نظمیں ہیں جس میں جو سماجی شعور اس وقت کا ہے وہ بڑا اچھا انہوں نے پیش کیا. تو اس طرح کے جو عوامی موضوعات تھے یا جو عہد حاضر کے موضوعات تھے اس کو شاعری کے اندر سمونا، یہ ان لوگوں کا بہت بڑا کنٹریبیوشن ہے. اس نظم کے اندر بھی میں نے جب اس کو پہلی بار پڑھا تھا تو مجھے بڑا حیرت ہوئی کہ اس وقت 19ویں صدی کی جو معلومات تھی انسان کے پاس، اس میں اس کو شاعری کے اندر اور اس رومانوی انداز کے اندر کہ جیسے بحر کو بر ملا खाक ना के वलवले और कौपले, ये सब चीजें साइंटिफिक हैं, लेकिन उसको शायरी के अंदाज में बयान किया गया है, एक रोमानवी अंदाज में बयान किया गया है, उस अंदाज में जो उर्दू जबान का एक खास मिजाज उस जमाने के अंदर था। तो ये इन लोगों का बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन है। ये मौलाना हाली से शुरू हुआ, फिर इकबाल ने इसको आगे बढ़ाया, फिर आगे जोर साहब आए, फिर आखिर में फैज अहमद फैज, और फिर अहमद फराज। तो ये इन लोगों के कंट्रीब्यूशन है कि उन्होंने समाजी शऊर को, समाजी अहद को, अपनी सियासी घुटन को, अपनी अपनी स्ट्रगल को शायरी का हिस्सा बना दिया। सिर्फ उसको रोमान और गजल और जो है वो तोता और मैना की कहानी तक महदूद न रखा। तो ये
मुझे
मेरी
उसका
इस पे
जो
गुजारिश है।
सर्वाइवल ऑफ द फिटेस्ट का कॉन्सेप्ट है, मुझे वो बड़ा अच्छा लगा जब उसने कहा कि कई मौतों को कुचल कर मुस्कुराई है जिंदगी।
जी बिल्कुल।
अच्छा, मैं अपने कमेंट में इसी शेर का जिक्र करना चाह रहा था नेचुरल सिलेक्शन के हवाले से, लेकिन हमेशा की तरह असगर साहब ने ये आइडिया भी चुरा लिया। बहरहाल आई थिंक अब्दुल मतीन, आप कुछ कहना चाह रहे थे?
नहीं, मैं समाप्त कर रहा हूँ आपके माशाल्लाह इंटेलेक्चुअल गुफ्तगू से नाजुल हो
Anyone
रहा है।
else? We have 5 to 6 minutes left. So I think Javed Saab wanted to say something. Or anyone else? Yeah, please go ahead. Toastmaster Fauziya.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। कैन यू हेयर मी? आवाज आ
Yes.
रही है आपको?
जी जी बिल्कुल।
हाँ, मैं ये कहना, शायर हैं जो शायर हैं, बहुत बड़े बहुत बड़े शौरा गुजरे, लेकिन उनसे इंसाफ जब भी मुमकिन है जब जो है हम उसको सही तरह समझें और उसकी सही तरह इंटरप्रेट करें। यहाँ पर एक चीज जो है वो फारूक मोहतरम मोहम्मद फारूक तो फारूक साहब ने कहा कि जो है वो दूसरे का हो जाता है। नहीं, वो शायर का ही रहता है, लेकिन इंटरप्रिटेशन अलग होती हैं हमारी जो है। तो यही मैं बस कहना
Thank you, Toastmaster Fauziya. Yes, of course. Uh, once someone writes something, no matter in what language, what medium, it becomes, and since they're writing it, putting it out, they're actually handing it over for people to interpret. And sometimes I've seen that happen many times, that there is one interpretation by the source, by the writer themselves, but sometimes multiple interpretations are discovered thanks to them being in the subconscious of the writer. You can see a lot of that in paintings, in poems, and in some pieces of text as well. So that is the beauty of discovery, that you uncover the layers of thinking behind that through different lenses. So thank you, Toastmaster Fauziya. Anyone else? Okay, so I would like to add my 2 bits. First of all, that couplet about natural selection and evolution also struck me. I think how poetically that was put. I can't get over that. It is such a scientific concept, and it was presented in a amazingly eloquent and brief couplet. Like it's just one line. And secondly, same goes for every other scientific concept. The most stunning thing about this is that, as D.T.M. Farooq already pointed out, that he put very hard science into extremely elegant poetry. I don't think that there are many people who could lay a claim to doing that, because even if you try to do this, we have seen stories written for children, right, that aim to simplify the scientific concepts. They come across as educational texts. You can see that they are educational texts, but I don't think anybody will read this poem and think of it as an educational text. It is a poem in its own right. It's a piece of literature. It just happens to cover the whole spectrum of the formation of the universe and the uprising of life, and of course, humanity. And speaking of Iqbal, I think in my very early childhood, my mother showed me a very uh, amazing poem from Iqbal, which was called Mohabbat. And it is all about how God created love. I mean, there's a lot of fantasy in there, but I was amazed and stunned because, again, just like DTM Farooq said, the stereotype of Urdu poetry is that it is all about uh, Tota and Mena and Mehboob and Judai. Uh, and the stereotype of Iqbal in my mind at that point was that it is all about deep, unfathomable philosophy. But that particular poem actually bridged the gap beautifully. And to this day, I remember how, um I haven't read writing like that from anyone. So again, thank you, Nitim Farooq, for bringing this the uh, to the fore. We had no idea that this poem existed. We had no idea that this existed, and you are responsible for opening this door to us, opening this strange new world for us. So, needless to say, I will also request if you could share the text of this or your sorry, one more thing I forgot to point out is how amazingly well you synced the presentation to what was being said in the poem. I think that is an extraordinary feat. Toastmaster Noshin, you want to say something?
No, I just. Thank you.
Okay. So my mother would like to say something. So
जोश को जब मैं पढ़ती थी बहुत जोश के साथ पढ़ती थी ये बात है बहुत अच्छी शायरी बहुत उम्दा अल्फाज लेकिन फिर मेरे साथ ये हुआ फिर इकबाल थे और थे फैज अहमद फैज उनका मुकाबला मैं फैज के साथ करती फैज की शायरी आप देखिए फैज के अल्फाज देखिए फैज फिर इनकी कहीं मैंने जब इनकी किताब छपकर आई जो उसको मैं बहुत अच्छा शायर समझती हूँ थी अब आपने जो पढ़ा है ये वाली चीज बहुत नई सी चीज थी खैर जब मैंने उनके पेशकश पढ़ा तो उन्होंने अपनी पूरी कहानी लिख दी पूरी बदमाशी ऐसी ऐसी चीजें लिखी जो उनको नहीं लिखनी चाहिए थी इतनी बुरी घिनौनी कि वो किताब मैंने यूं पकड़ी और यूं रख दी उसके बाद मैंने नहीं देखा जोश को ये हुआ जोश के साथ अफसोस मुझे होता है इतनी उम्दा शायरी के साथ उन्होंने अपना ये लिखकर ये किया आप फैज को देख लें मैं इसके मुकाबले में फैज को बहुत ज्यादा अप्रिशिएट करती सॉरी आप लोगों को जो अच्छा लगे जाहिर है सबकी अपनी पसंद होती है क्या मैं गलत कह रही हूँ कोई बताएगा
I think it's the age-old conundrum of separating the art
am I
from the
right?
artist. जी असगर साहब आप कुछ कह रहे हैं
मेरा ख्याल है विद रिगार्ड टू द फैज मैं आपकी अम्मी के साथ बिल्कुल मुत्तफिक हूँ मैं भी फैज को पसंद करता हूँ लेकिन
हाँ
जिस बात पे मेरा ओपिनियन शायद डिफरेंट है वो
हाँ
ये है कि फैज के दिमाग में भी वो बातें थी जो जोश की बातें थी जोश में ये हिम्मत था कि उसने वो कह दी अपने आप को जाहिर किया फैज ने अपने आप को जाहिर नहीं किया फैज सिर्फ इनकलाब तक रहा और जोश जरा असमत चुगताई की तरह थोड़ा सा ज्यादा ओपन माइंड हो गया था अपने वक्त से आगे गया था तो आई टोटली एग्री कि उस वक्त उनकी ऐसी बातें थी जो बरसगीर का जो एक मिडिल क्लास उर्दू स्पीकिंग है वो उसकी मोरालिटी के साथ बिल्कुल क्लैश कर जाती थी और लोग इन्हीं को पढ़ के उनकी किताबों को फेंकते थे आई टोटली एग्री ओवर हियर
नहीं बात ये है कि उस जमाने में जब पहले जोश के जमाने जब बाद में आए तो उस वक्त जरा बेहतरी है वरना तो एक बदतमीजी का बाजार गर्म था अगर आप देखें मंटो को देखें उनको देखें उनकी किताबें अफसाने देखें बेहूदी के कारोबार था वो उस जमाने का फैशन ये था फिर जब जोश ने लिखा तो वो उसमें कुछ था उस जमाने में, खत्म नहीं हुआ था। लेकिन मुझे बड़ा अफसोस हुआ उनका ये सारी चीजें पढ़ के, क्योंकि मैं उनका कलाम बहुत शौक से पढ़ती थी और बहुत अच्छी जबान किताब लिखते थे और बहुत उनका, तो इस तरह जरा सा डैमेज हो गई उनकी पर्सनैलिटी। और कोई बात नहीं, पढ़ती हूँ लेकिन ऐसे नहीं।
चलो जी,
कोई वैसे तो सभी एक इस तरह के हैं,
थैंक यू।
लेकिन इस तरह अपना को दिखाते नहीं, ये बात है। वो पता सबको होता है।
देखिए,
Right?
it's just a different take. I think we can all agree on the on how great a poet and a writer he was. It's just about
डीटीएम तला, डीटीएम तला प्लीज अम्मी को कन्वे करें, रिगार्डलेस ऑफ आवर ओपिनियन, उसके जो ओपिनियन है उसके अलावा हम उनके इंटेलेक्चुअल कैलिबर से बहुत इम्प्रेस हो गए हैं।
Okay. चले जी, गुड।
अच्छा, आखिरी
एक्चुअली
बात मैं कहना चाहूंगा,
जी जी,
आखिरी बात मैं कहना चाहूंगा, क्योंकि डीटीएम तला ने उसको एक तरफ इशारा किया कि ये जो विजुअल्स है ये मेरा क्रेडिट नहीं है, ये यूट्यूब का क्रेडिट है, और मैं इसको प्रॉपरली क्रेडिट करना भूल गया उसके वीडियो के एंड में। और मैं जो डिस्क्लेमर एक और देना चाहता हूँ कि जोश से मेरी मोहब्बत सिर्फ अल्फाज की हद तक है। जो उन्होंने शायरी के अंदर अपने अल्फाज इस्तेमाल किए हैं वो मैंने उनसे बहुत कुछ सीखा है। बाकी उनकी जाती जिंदगी से मेरा कोई लेना देना नहीं।
नहीं नहीं, वो जिंदगी का आ गया, शामिल हो गया, वो ना लिखते तो उनकी शायरी बेहतरीन शायरी।
देखिए, it's an
शायरी
age,
का जवाब नहीं।
it's an age-old debate. Some people can separate the art from the artist. Some people can, and of course, and these days especially, it is next to impossible, because we are constantly reminded of someone's personal history. For example, take Michael Jackson, right? While the movie came out and the song started playing, everybody started once again appreciating his art. But then there was a barrage of documentaries and videos reminding the world about his scandals. So I don't think this debate has any solution, because either you appreciate art in isolation or you appreciate it as a whole, with integrated with the personality of the artist. Both are equally valid, because of course art arises from personality as well. So with that, I will now hand over the charge to Toastmaster Abdul Mateen Kasmi, because we kind of missed giving the assignment for extempore writing. Apologies for that, but I think even now we can give it.
Thank you very much, DTM Tanabil Hamid. And in this segment, you will be given a time of the duration of prepared speeches. In the meantime, the prepared speeches will be delivered, and then you have the time to speak on this topic. And the topic is just one word challenge, and that is adventure. The topic name is adventure. It's a one word challenge for you, and you have to speak on it. And there is no right or wrong answer to this explanation of the word. Focus on expressing your thought. Take sport shot from your writing script and deliver it, and the time is 3 to 5 minutes. And this I prepared little guideline how to speak on this topic. So the title is adventure. It's not about just traveling to mountain, forest, foreign country. Adventure can be any experience that takes us beyond our comfort zone and helps us discover something new about the life. Some people may find it while going to new places. Some people find it in business, learning new skills, and sometimes meeting new people. Adventure always brings excitement, uncertainty, along with growth. From my personal experience, I have a story. I think 3 years back, I had to travel to Ethiopia. Just it was for 3 days trip, and it was a business trip. But I was very much uncertain about that, because the country and the place and the community was totally unfamiliar to me. And while I reached there, I couldn't find any Pakistani Pakistani or Indian food or restaurant where I can do my manoranjan. So I decided to walk into the street in search of Pakistani or Indian restaurants. Just when I was wandering, I met a Pakistani man. He was similar to our DTM Talab bin Ahmed, having this much beard and wearing shalwar and kameez. And I became happy, and he also became happy, and we felt like that we are real brothers. So I asked him in Punjabi, "Brava, is it a Pakistani restaurant hai ya nahi?" He said, "No, you cannot find anything here. You just come with me." And he fetched me to his compound. Then I went there, and it was my surprise that there were more Pakistanis there. And during the discussion, they discovered that they are living there about 150 people. They have a small community of Pakistani people there. So I reached there, they served me food, and after that, they insisted me to stay here with us and leave the hotel. I said, "No, I have already paid for the hotel. But what I can do, I like this food. And with these 3 days, I will be coming to you and I will be bothering you to give you a chance and opportunity of the hospitality." So it was why it was the uncertain and unfamiliar place and everything was new for me. And but then I found a community which was totally familiar to me. It was totally like to me. They was all Pakistani, and this made me, uh, this amazed me, and obviously created some of memories in my life. So I thought this was an adventure. I considered that it was an adventure because I was frightened due to uncertainty. But later, I find a place where we were living like brothers, we were living like a community, we were from the same community, and they guided me and they supported me. So, in similar way, you can add your stories along with the topic. You can add examples. So you will have 3 to 5 minutes to speak on this assembly writing segment. So after prepared speeches, we'll be coming back for this segment. Thank you very much.
So everyone, please raise your hand who wishes to participate in this segment. I'm putting in my name. How about you, Toastmaster Asghar? Okay, Toastmaster Asghar is into, Toastmaster Javed is in, and we have 4 more people. Toastmaster Noshin, would you like to participate? Or Mr. Zahur Sadim? Okay, Toastmaster
Yes, I will
Fauzia.
try.
Yeah, great. So we have Toastmaster Fauzia as well and Toastmaster Noshin as well. So just to recap, the topic is adventure. There are no
चलिए
structures.
दीदी थैंक यू और खुशी हुई आप लोगों से मिलकर इंशाल्लाह फिर कभी हाजिर होंगे
So the topic is adventure. The duration is 3 to 5 minutes. But if you go below 3 minutes, even that is okay. And you have to write on the theme adventure. You can write prose or poem. There are no bindings. So with that, now I once again hand over the charge to Toastmaster Abdul Mateen because the next segment is what we fondly call episodes, which is our name for Pathways speeches. Since the segments of the club are named like the chapters of a book. So there was a dedication, there was a foreword, there was a keynote recital, there was a let's word it, and now we have episodes. So the first speech will be by Toastmaster Noshin, and the speech's evaluator is once again Toastmaster Abdul Mateen. So Toastmaster Abdul Mateen, if you could introduce the project.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day. Toastmaster Machine will be delivering from her pathway motivation strategy. And it's level 3 of his project 1. And the project title is Understanding Emotional Intelligence. And it's a project 1, Understanding Emotions. While the title of the speech is Tracking My Emotions. Thank you very much.
Before you start, Toastmaster Noshin, can you see my window? That will be the timing window. And you'll see the timing colors in that window, okay? I hope you can see it.
So the speech time is 5 to 7 minutes?
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Sure, you can start.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Walaikum assalam.
Have you ever an emotion so strong that change your entire day? Have that ever happened to you? Yes. Have that ever happened to you that an emotion changed your entire day?
Yes.
Yes. So today I will talk about something we all experience, our emotions. For a long time, I believed that emotions are automatic. They just happen to us. They are out of our control. But when I started tracking my emotions without judging them, without suppressing, just noticing them, I found different aspects about emotions. Number one was emotions are signals. When we don't track our emotions, they control us. And when we track them, we understand them. For example, if I felt angry, I was actually disappointed or feel unheard. But that surface emotion was anger. And that unexamined anger affected my relationship because I was more reactive. But tracking my emotions helped me to find I was hurt. So that awareness created a space. And in that space, I had a choice. Secondly, it helped me to understand my emotional pattern. For example, I feel more sensitive when I was tired. And that shifted that blame from others towards my responsibility. And my reaction was more empathetic rather than reactive. So it was understanding self-awareness. The third thing was that tracking positive emotion was also very important. Because when you know, when you feel joy, when you feel happy, when you feel alive, it gives you the clarity. And that clarity guides you towards direction to build stronger relationships. And the fourth one, that emotions are signals. If we ignore them, they grew louder. And when we listen to them, they guide us. And the fifth one was that relationships are emotional spaces, which is not only based on logic, it is based on understanding, patience, and awareness. When we understand our emotions and emotions of the other, it increases our emotional resilience and build better and stronger relationships. Today, I still feel anger, shame, joy, disappointment. But I don't let drive those emotions me. I'm on the driving seat. So I invite you to do some simple steps in your daily life. So that steps are: ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling that? What triggered that? What is the effect of that emotion on my behavior? And what is the impact of that emotions on my relationship? Because when you start tracking your emotion, you will build that awareness. And that awareness is the real power. Because when you understand what is happening, so then you can go for the solutions. And in this way, you will build positive relationship with yourself and with others. Because if you can't manage, you can't measure those what's happening to you. So tracking your emotion is one of the basic thing which gives you that emotional intelligence, emotional resilience, understanding yourself, understanding others, and building better relationships. So start journaling every day. It will also give you that mental peace, mental satisfaction, and clarity in your mind to focus on what's mattered the most. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nosheen, for that wonderful presentation. And now it is time for our second speech of the day, but we are in a bit of a conundrum because we don't have the speeches evaluator within the meeting. So I would like to request if DTM Farooq can volunteer as evaluator of the speech.
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic. Congratulations, DTM Asma. Your Urdu speech will be evaluated by a national Urdu speech and English speech champion. So I hope that fills you with confidence. So the project is evaluation and feedback speech one. So Toastmasters, I think, oh, sorry, DTM Farooq, you have a pretty good idea. Evaluation feedback one is just a 5 to 7 minute speech where the primary purpose is to get feedback and then implement that feedback into the next speech. And the primary divisions are just to refresh your memory, what went well, what could be improved, and what will you do to challenge yourself. And of course, you evaluate on eye contact, movement, and everything. So I hope that is clear. So everyone, put your hands together for DTM Asma Naz. Oh, I see what you did there. DTM Asma Naz, Chaudhary ka Chand. Chaudhary ka Chand, DTM Asma Naz.
बहुत शुक्रिया। जैसे ही मुझे पता चला कि हमारे यहाँ उर्दू का फ्लेवर आ रहा है तो मैंने कहा ओहो ये वक्त है कि उर्दू के जोहर दिखाने की कोशिश की जाए। मोहतरम टोस्ट मास्टर साथियों और मुअज़्ज़िज़ मेहमानों, तसव्वुर कीजिए कि एक गहरी काली रात, तारीकी में आप खड़े हैं, अचानक बादल छटते हैं और आसमान पर चौदहवीं का चांद नमूदार होता है। इसी लम्हे आपकी आंखें सिर्फ रोशनी नहीं देखती, बल्कि अब आपका दिल एक सहर में मुब्तला हो जाता है, महसूस करता है। अगर हम सादा जबान में कहें तो हम कहेंगे चांद बहुत खूबसूरत है। ये एक हकीकत है, एक सीधी सी बात है। लेकिन अगर शायर यही कहे तो वो क्या कहेगा? चौदहवीं का चांद हो या आफताब हो, जो भी हो खुदा की कसम लाजवाब। आपके ख्याल में इस जुमले ने आपको छुआ? किस जुमले ने रात के सहर को आपको ज्यादा बेहतर तरीके से बताया? सीधे सीधा बोलते कि भाई चौदहवीं का जाने, ये शायरी ने बोला। आज मैं आपसे इसी मौजू पे बात करूंगी कि अल्फाज की जो खूबसूरती है उसमें एक जादू होता है। जबान सिर्फ बात पूरी करने के लिए नहीं होती, कोई ईमेल लिख देना या सौदा सुलह लाना नहीं है, बल्कि तख्लीकी अंदाज में जब शायर किसी जुमले को कहता है तो उसका मजा ही कुछ दोबाला हो जाता है। जरा सोचिए कि हम इंतजार कर रहे हैं अपने महबूब का, और अगर मैं सिर्फ ये कहूं कि हम इंतजार कर रहे हैं तो क्या होगा? बस इंतजार करें। लेकिन अगर शायर यही बात कहेगा तो वो क्या कहेगा? मुद्दतों बाद उसने आज फिर मुड़कर देखा, काश वो थोड़ी देर और गुजरने में लगा देता। अचानक वक्त थम जाता है, रफ्तार धीमी हो जाती है और हम मतन बोझ हो जाते हैं। कि ये अल्फाज का जादू है। इस्तारों, तशबिहात और गुफ्तगू के ठहराव के जरिए हम सुनने वाले को जहन में एक मुतारिक तस्वीर बना देते हैं। मोहतरम टोस्ट मास्टर्स, जब हम टोस्ट मास्टर्स में होते हैं तो हम सीखते हैं कि हमें किस तरह से वजाहत वाज़े अल्फाज का इस्तेमाल करना है, किस तरह से हमें गुफ्तगू को लोगों के लिए दिलचस्प बनाना है, और किस तरह से हमें मजाहियत का तड़का उसमें लगाना है। इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि हम बहुत ज्यादा गहरे और गाढ़े अशार का इस्तेमाल करें, बल्कि हम कुछ ऐसे अल्फाज का चुनाव करें कि जो सुनने वाले को महसूस कर दें। इसकी मिसाल ये है कि अगर मैं कहूँ कि मुझे बहुत मुश्किल का सामना है, मैं ये भी तो कह सकती हूँ मेरे सामने शकूक और शुबहात का एक पहाड़ खड़ा था। या अगर मैं कहूँ कि वो बहुत खुश थी, तो मैं ये भी कह सकती हूँ कि उसकी मुस्कुराहट ने पूरा कमरा रोशन कर दिया। मोहतरम टोस्ट मास्टर्स, हमारे अल्फाज बहुत अहम होते हैं। इनसे हम किसी का दिल भी काट सकते हैं और किसी का कटा हुआ दिल भी जोड़ सकते हैं। अल्फाज का चुनाव बहुत अहम होता है। एक मर्तबा का जिक्र है, ये मेरे साथ हुआ। ऐसा ना सोचिए कि भाई मैं कोई शेख चिल्ली की कहानी सुना रही। मैं 12वीं जमात में थी और हमारे प्रैक्टिकल्स होते थे। मैं केमिस्ट्री का था सब्जेक्ट, इल्म कीमियाई जिसे कहेंगे। मेरी एक क्लास फेलो थी, उसने एक मर्तबा इंडेक्स में अपने जो भी उसका काम था, तजर्बा था, वो लिखना भूल गई। तो जो हमारी टीचर थी, उस्ताद, उन्होंने क्या किया, उस पर लिख दिया। तो वो इंडेक्स अजीब सा लग रहा था, तो उसने क्या किया, रेड के ऊपर ब्लू पेन से उस पर लिख दिया। तो वो छुप सा गया और सही लगने लगा। यही मेरे साथ हुआ। मैंने कहा इसने ऐसा किया तो कुछ कहा नहीं है, मैं भी यही कर लेती हूँ। इससे क्या होगा कि मेरा भी इंडेक्स अच्छा लगेगा। मैंने ये काम कर लिया। आपको यकीन नहीं आएगा कि मैंने ऐसा किया कि कुछ गुनाह हो गया। जब वो हमारी उस्ताद ने देखा, तो वो उन्होंने कहा तुम तो एक धोखेबाज हो, तुमने करना क्या है जिंदगी में, तुमने तो बहुत ही इंतहाई गुनाह का काम कर दिया। और उसने मेरे उस जो इंडेक्स थे उस पर बहुत बड़े बड़े तरीके से लिख दिया, धोखेबाज। मैं 12वीं जमात में मासूम सी, मुझे तो कुछ पता ही नहीं, आंसुओं का जो पहाड़ था, पूरा समंदर मेरी आंखों से जारी हो गया। और मैं उस पूरा 1 घंटे का सफर करके किस कश्मकश से रोते रोते घर, पूरे दिन रोती रही, पूरी रात रोती रही। नतीजा ये हुआ कि दूसरे दिन मेरी वालदा मेरे साथ कॉलेज गई। उन्होंने की मेरी असातिज़ा से कहा कि आपने ये क्या किया, इसके साथ आपने इतना ज्यादा जुल्म कर दिया। वो बेचारी तो बस उसको अच्छा करना चाहती थी, उसको आपने जिंदगी भर के लिए क्या कहते हैं उसके साथ टैग लगा के उसको चिपका दिया कि वो उसने क्या किया है। फिर उन्होंने बात की और उन्होंने कहा नहीं नहीं, ये तो मैंने लिख दिया था, ये दूसरा लेकर आए और उस पर सही सही कर दिया, वो मैं अप्रूव कर दूंगी। वो कर दिया, लेकिन इस वाक्य ने मेरे अंदर को झंझोर डाला। तो इसलिए मैं कहती हूँ कि हम जो भी कुछ करें, कोई भी हमारे मुंह से जब भी अल्फाज निकले, हम किसी को किसी भी बात से तशबीह करें, तो हम ये सोचें कि सामने वाले पे उसका क्या असर होगा। हम दानिस्तिगी में या ना दानिस्तिगी में बहुत कुछ कर जाते हैं, कह जाते हैं, लेकिन बाद में जब हमें एहसास भी होता है और हम आप उसको सही भी करते हैं, तो वो वक्ती तौर पे सही होता है, लेकिन वो अपना गहरा असर छोड़ जाता है। इसके साथ मैं आपसे बस ये कहूंगी कि जब भी किसी के लिए भी कोई भी बात करें, ये जरूर सोचे कि उसके असरात क्या होंगे। अब मैं बस आखिर में एक शेर सुनाना चाहूंगी जो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा बोलने में, और वो जहमिला भी, कि ये किसका शेर है, मिर्जा गालिब का है। और भी दुनिया में सुखनवर बहुत अच्छे, कहते हैं कि गालिब का है अंदाज बयां, और अगर कोई मुश्किल थी या गलत बात थी, तो अगर तरीके से की जाती तो शायद वो मुझ पे उस तरह का असर ना डालता। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया टोस्ट मास्टर।
थैंक यू सो मच DTM अस्मा। आपकी खूबसूरत तकरीर के लिए बेहद शुक्रिया। और अब मरला है राय शुमारी का। Sorry, I switched into Husne Khitabat mode thanks to the keynote and the Urdu speech. So now back to WordWise. Uh, both speakers have qualified, so we'll ask for your vote for the best speaker. Uh, there's a slightly different method of voting here. Instead of asking you to choose one speaker over another, we'll ask you to rate both speeches on a scale of 1 to 5, where 1 is meh and 5 is amazing. All right. So that way, you're free to share your opinion about the speech without the limitation of having to artificially choose one speaker over another. So I'm floating the poll. Please vote. And in the meantime, speaking of strange new words, it is absolutely amazing, even if you look back into Eastern literature, specifically Dastan Amir Hamza, Tilsim Hoshuba. I used to read these books, the children's versions of these books in my childhood. And I took them for granted. I mean, these whole magical worlds full of characters, full of epic stories. Only later did I realize that such stories, including let's say Lord of the Rings and Homer's Odyssey, they were a rarity and not the norm in the world of literature. And it takes years and years of hard work to construct a believable world within which to inhabit the characters. And those authors have put in that work. So, a book, a great book, sometimes a great story, specifically a great epic story, whether it's historical, whether it's fantasy, whether it's uh, plain prose, it is not written just like that. It is written with months and months of planning. Uh, I would like to also highlight one of our local writers, very young local writer, Nimra Hemant. She has written some epic novels that can be compared to anything else from Western literature. So few of us know about that, but the worlds she creates are also based on months and months of research, and the stories are intricate, the characters are multidimensional. So every author, when they put pen to paper, or in this day, they start typing on the keyboard, they're not only writing a story, they're in the process of creating a strange new world. Now it is time for book review and interpretive reading. And for that, I'll hand over the floor to Toastmaster Asghar. Toastmaster Asghar, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster DTM Thala. In the book review session, I just stretched my hand and picked the book that I've just finished. This book is a book about storytelling. I don't know if it is visible to you or not, but it's about a storytelling book. Now, this is not
Toastmaster
the
Asghar,
first book.
sorry, Toastmaster Asghar. If you unblur your background, we can also see the book.
Unblur. Okay.
Yeah,
That
we
is
can
a good
also
question,
see.
but how to do it? How to
Uh,
do it?
okay. Do you
Is
see?
this now?
Yeah. Now we can see, but now it's upside down. So turn it the right way up. Yeah, that's more like it.
Okay. Okay. So, How to Tell a Story is the latest book that I'm reading. Now, this is not the first time that I'm reading a storybook. For some times, I've developed an interest in story books. The reason is simple. I found good storytellers amongst the smartest people in the room, and I definitely need a space there. And this is the reason that I have collected almost 15 books of storytelling. And you know what? All books have the similar advice for telling a good story. You need a structure, you need an arc, you need to paint the scene, you need to introduce a conflict, and then there is many don'ts. Don't use hate language, slur language, don't repeat yourself. And then there are do's again, create emotions, build tensions. But how to hone your story before telling it, I think is the spirit of this book. And that is where my weaknesses lie. So I decided to pick this book. According to this book, everyone has a story to tell. It is all in the way you tell them. In the way you tell them, I'm emphasizing it because it's all about the detail, how to collect your detail. So, this book says that you need trust in your story, believe in the value of your story in all its glories and glorious detail. Above all, your embarrassing situation, what we euphemistically call the self-deprecating humor. Now, here is an example. It's a very personal example, but let me tell it. It is not enough to tell that one fateful morning your mother was very angry and he threw a shoes on your face. Please include that she missed the target and shoes landed on the face of your father. In other words, build a story that worthy of ending. Now, dear Toastmaster, how do you deliver with confidence and grace? This book shaped many of my stories. The way I pulled the heart, make the blood boil of my enemies, belay laugh, and I helped some people to widen their eyes. I I guarantee you, I take a certain brain through my prepared speeches. It was because of this book. And this book says that mine your memories for your best stories. And the next thing to do is to explore a structure that boosts this impact of your story. And the next step is deliver your stories with confidence. Lastly, tailor your stories for any occasion. Now, tailoring this story is any occasion is the best advice that I've got from this book because I am in a Toastmaster club. I have a habit to pick the story. Now, I think I have developed a sort of expertise because of this book, how to tailor a day-to-day story for my audience who are sitting in front of me as Toastmasters. And at least not all the time, but most of the time, I think I didn't disappoint them. So storytelling is vital to being alive. And you are not getting out of this. You will be telling stories. In fact, you have been telling them every day since you started talking. This book will help you to tell better stories. I strongly recommend this book, and it is available in every Liberty outlet everywhere in Karachi. This is the end from my side.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Israel, for once again enlightening us. And of course, listening to your speeches and storytelling style. It is always very apparent that you have a natural knack for it, but you also continue to evolve. And that is one thing that I absolutely find amazing about Toastmaster Azra. He is one constant learner. He's always learning. There was a time a few years ago where even operating a simple laptop was a struggle for Toastmaster Azra. And now he's grown so proficient with it. And sorry, I don't mean it in any derogatory way, Toastmaster Azra. Uh, Similarly, I have personally witnessed the way he constantly works on self-improvement. And there's a lesson for it, there's a lesson for all of us in it, that don't let a day go by without teaching yourself something new or improving on something you already know, because otherwise that day would be a waste. And of course, Toastmasters is a perfect way to do that. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Asghar, for sharing that insightful book review session and about the art of storytelling. And again, it is so amazing. We tend to limit storytelling to creative pursuits such as writing stories, making movies, writing poems. No, storytelling seeps into each and every aspect of life, even our work. Only the other day, I was discussing the launch of a new training program from Pakistan Institute of Corporate Governance, which is my employer. We are collaborating with a software house called 10 Pearls, and we are collaborating with them to launch program. And we are discussing the marketing of that program. They had volunteered to develop the brochures and everything. And there was one word that kept coming in the discussion: story. There should be a story. What's the story that we should be telling? So every advertisement that you see is a story, right? Even when you see a brochure. In fact, if you saw the flyer for the WordWise meeting, you saw that there was a bit of a story there because the Big Bang was shown and this picture of Josh Maliawadi was shown. So there's an attempt there to preview what is there. So if you think about it, every communication is a story. And the better storyteller you are, the better communicator you are. So with that, we now move back to the recital of Let's Word It with Toastmaster Abdul Mateen Qasmi. So Toastmaster Abdul Mateen, over to you.
Thank you very much, DTM Salah bin Hamid. And without making any delay, I would like to invite my first extempore speaker, and that is again DTM Salah bin Hamid.
Oh, I was first. Okay.
The topic is adventure. Yeah, the
Yeah.
topic is adventure.
All right.
And you have an opportunity to speak on it, stick on the topic, speak on it for 3 to 5 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Abdul Mateen. So today we are having the 70th meeting of WordWise Advanced Toastmasters Club. And I thought that what better time to tell the story of this wonderful adventure that we've had with this club and its sister club. It all began when I was watching the movie Interstellar in 2020. Yes, I know it came out in 2014, but it took me 6 years to understand it. So finally, it dawned on me that this has to be one of the most amazing movies of all time. And I asked myself, is there a Toastmasters Club where I can discuss this movie without being laughed out of the room? The answer was no. It was 2020, it was the COVID times, and two things happened simultaneously. The first, I was offered the presidency of Leaders Worldwide Toastmasters Club in California, and their meeting structure had a keynote and two pathway speeches plus table topics. Sound familiar? That's where I fell in love with keynotes as part of Toastmasters meetings, because keynotes or extended presentations by Toastmasters or even non-Toastmasters are things that truly broaden the horizon of participants. And after all, if that's not happening while we are attending a Toastmasters meeting, what are we even doing? So it was 2020. It was the year I was the district director, District 122. I gave an assignment to the three divisions to form three advanced clubs. I gave them a challenge. Division A was given the task of forming Exhibit 1, which was supposed to be a club about multimedia storytelling, presentations, dramatics, movie making. Division B was tasked with formation of Quantum Leap, which was a club to be based around scientific inquiry, curiosity, advanced physics, and human sciences. And Division C was given the task of forming, you guessed it, WordWise Advanced Toastmasters Club. This was supposed to be a club that not only encouraged literary appreciation, but actually taught the art of creating literature. And it also recognized one fact: every pathway speech that we write is a potential literary masterpiece, only if we think of it that way. Quantum Leap was formed in collaboration with Dow's IBHM Toastmasters Club, and it came online on 15th of November 2021. For WordWise, the journey was a little longer, but it came online on 22nd of May 2023 in collaboration with Rawalpindi Toastmasters Club. Both clubs started with having some eminent foreign members. The first and only time where District 122 League clubs had membership from people that were not Pakistani. So WordWise had membership from United States and even Brazil, Middle East and Pakistan and India. Similarly, Quantum Leap had membership from Singapore, from once again the Middle East, and from the United Kingdom. Beyond the specifics of running a club, it truly opened the door for me, because both the clubs turned out to be something way beyond I had even imagined, thanks to the wonderful people that were with me on this adventure. We managed to host keynote addresses from an actual theoretical physicist, Sky Nelson, who is a frequent visitor to Quantum Leap Advanced Toastmasters Club. We had keynotes from actual writers, intellectuals. We managed to host and attract the attention of the then second place winner of World Championship of Public Speaking. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm one of those people who don't believe in planning too much. Instead, I like to move first and think later. And in these scenarios, especially in case of WordWise, I was amazed and stunned to find there were so many like-minded people that accompanied and turned this into a beautiful adventure that continues to this day. Over to you, Toastmaster Abdul Wakil.
Thank you very much, DTM Talab bin Ahmed, for giving your words, inspirational words to all of us, and telling about the challenges that you faced during this leadership journey. And now let me move towards our next acceptor who accepted the one word challenge is Toastmaster Muhammad Aswad. Toastmaster Muhammad Aswad, the topic is adventure.
Oh, thank you very much. But I haven't written anything, and if I'm allowed, I can speak impromptu, sort of, because I have just bullet point something for
Yeah,
one
sure.
and a half or 2 minutes. Okay, so when you said adventure, I tried to get into the meaning of the adventure. One of them is probably risk that one undertake, and you take risk when you embrace unknown and step outside of your comfort zone and encounter unpredictable event. So in the light of the given context, I think I have at least one adventure every day. So it was somewhat difficult to find out or to pick one for today's session. But then I tried to remember one which happened to me one last week. I was in Beijing last week for 7 or 8 days. Uh, Among the anythings in my free time, I attempted to read my favorite online magazine called The Economist. It published from Britain. It failed to pop up in my laptop, and I tried to use VPN. It opened up for a few minutes, and then the screen went blank. The next morning, I was approached by two men and one woman in plain cloth through my host and wanted me not to use VPN and not to open this magazine. Later on, I came to know that they are from certain cyber crime unit of China, and the magazine is banned because it always contains anti-Chinese material. And they are so technical savvy, they're so developed, sophisticated technology that they not only detect when someone tries to breach their firewall. They have erected a huge firewall like the wall of China, that whenever you try to breach them, they immediately come to know not only the breach but the person and its precise location. And they have a huge manpower to connect them and just warn them, because they believe that many people don't know what's happening there. So it is one of the unit, they called it warning unit or awareness unit. They translate it as awareness unit, but in English it was warning unit. I don't know why, what is different between warning and awareness, but that is how it happened to me last week, and I just wanted to share it as an adventure that I under undertook, and which miserably failed. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Muhammad Aswad. That was a piece of advice for all of us. So our next speaker is Toastmaster Javed Siddiqui. The topic is adventure.
Thank you, DTM Talha, no, DTM Mateen, right, for giving me this opportunity.
Would that DTM?
Yeah. Come again?
Would that DTM?
Okay, great. So once again, thank you for giving this opportunity to speak the word adventure. For my point of view, adventure differs from person to person. For me, it's different for uh, Toastmaster Asgar, different for Toastmaster this Talaha is different. For some of us, it can be trip of Ethiopia, and for another persons, it can be emotional intelligence. If I'll talk about me, I have different challenge or adventure which I have done for my life. And yesterday I was reading one book, and there was one quote. It was written, the things which I can measure, that can manage efficiently. So what the challenge? What the adventure or challenge I have taken personally, it is related to my family and it's related to myself. I got married in 2012. When I got married, at that time I have taken decisions. After married, my wife is not here, so I doesn't like her. But being a human being, when I got married, I have to manage at any cost. So it takes like whole. Now at that time I don't like her, but I like a lot. It takes me close to 13 to 14 years for that journey. Recently, something happened, not recently, from long time. It is happening. As I told you, I have my two sons. One is 14 years old, one is 11 years old. Both are member of Toastmaster, and both are like strategist. They are searching different options to create problem for her mother and for myself also. And they are handling both me and her mother in different way. So when I am reaching at home, normally wives are giving glass of water. But what my wife was doing, she was shouting on me like anything. And what the word she was using, तुम्हारे बच्चों ने आज ऐसा किया. Huh? And it was very frequent. And sometimes when I reach at Saudi Arabia time 5 p.m. she was doing. Sometimes in night also she was doing it. Today they has done these so many things. So I was thinking like how I measure these things and how I'll manage these things, because it is making my day bad, it is making my night bad, and it is making my sleep order bad also. So one day I prepared myself very well. When I pressed the bell, she opened the door. She started shouting, Allah, Allah Akbar, aaj kya ho gaya? Then what actions I have done? Literally, I hugged her like anything. And simply I told one word, please keep down. Please keep calm. Please keep calm. And behind me, what my two strategists was doing, my sons, what they are, they started laughing. What Baba is doing today. Then when she became calm down, then I told, tell me what to do. These are the kids. That's their nature is there. And we have to understand them, not to shout them. And this episode happens with me close to 3 to 4 months before. After that, there's a, what I will say, big change. Somebody told in middle, read one book. Women are from Venus and men are from Mars, right? I studied that book thoroughly. I developed my emotional intelligence, how I understand her and how she will understand me. So by developing these things, we understand we can manage these things. So means now I'm in green. Uh, so to take my advice is basically my recommendation or my advice is to all of you: don't be in comfort zone. Do adventure. Adventure can be a journey, or adventure can be in your personal life. And when you're coming out from your comfort zone and taking the adventure, it will make you resilient. So this all um, about this the word adventure, and so many things we can speak about this on the word adventure. So thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster Mateen.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Javed Siddiqui, for sharing your different type of story with us. And let me move on towards DTM Muhammad Farooq. DTM Muhammad Farooq.
Thank you,
The
Toastmaster
topic
Mateen.
is the topic is adventure.
I had a fear of water. Imagine a child crying, screaming, struggling while his mom is getting him into a bath. I was that kind of child. Water was not only fear I had, but it was one of many thousand fear I had since my childhood. Listing down those fears is a useless exercise because it includes almost every item on our periodic table. Since my childhood to the age of 38, I was afraid of water. I had never been to any water park, any seaside, any river, any lake, even in my own bathtub. But when I was 38, I started working on my fears one by one because I had become so much mature that I started realizing that God cannot make me such fragile. Some fears I easily overcome, some fears I could not, but at least I tried. And then comes the swimming pool. I took admission, paid the fee, but never appeared. After 6 months, I did the same. And this time I stepped into the deck. The instructor was a Sri Lankan guy, very humble, very friendly, very polite, and extremely professional. He convinced me for half an hour to step into the pool, but I could not. So finally, he did what a professional instructor would do. He pushed me into the pool. I fell into the pool, had a panic hands and leg movements, scream and noise. And after a few seconds, I realized that I am standing on my feet because it was just a 4 feet pool and water was just coming to my chest. That day, I started learning swimming. And after 1 week, one fine morning, I went to the pool. I was alone. This was first time I was in the pool alone, without instructor, without anyone around me. And despite the 1 week training, I was still afraid of water. I was thinking, if I sink, nobody would know until the people will come in the evening and they saw a body in the pool and this and that. Then I decided, okay, I won't swim. I will just go into the pool and stand. So I stepped into the pool. I took a rubber tube beside me and I was just standing in the pool. Then I put my face in the water few times. And then I gave myself to water. The water cradled me like a beloved with gentle care and love. It let me float. My face was down in the water, my ears were in the water. The sound of universe vanished. The light vanished. And the first time in my life, I listened to my own heartbeat. This was a moment of nirvana. I felt myself floating, listening to my own body. Yes, every organ talks, and its sounds is lost in the noise of universe. If we could cancel the outside noise, we can hear what is talking inside. Since then, whenever I feel stressed, I give myself to water. Water cradles me like a beloved, with care, gentleness, and love. And I listen to my heart. This is my moment of nirvana that appeared from my biggest fear. And this is my adventure. Thank you.
Thank you very much, DTM Muhammad Farooq. It was an amazing story you have shared with us. Now the turn is Toastmaster Roshin Yasser. The topic is adventure, and your time starts now.
Thank you very much, TM Abdul Mateen. So for me, adventure meaning something different. For me, life itself is an adventure. Every day, a new challenge, a new opportunity, learning a new skill, meeting different people. For me, adventure is learning something new, learning new skill and grow every day together. So joining Toastmaster was an adventure for me. First of all, I have to climb on that cliff of fear to face those audience who was looking towards me and judging me. So first of all, I have to control that fear. Along the way, I discovered my hidden treasure, that confidence, my creativity, and many untapped potential which I never knew. So today I will share some interesting facts which I have learned during my adventure. First of all, the most interesting one is that we all wake up with 330 billion cells every day. Can you imagine 330 billion cells that replaces every day in our body? And yet we are the same person. That creativity of the Almighty. The second thing was that our mind can think about the future, yet our body can react that it is happening right now. Just like it is said that the body achieves what the mind believes. It's about believing that potential what's inside you. When you start believing that you have that potential, your body automatically prepares yourself towards that potential. The third thing was that we all build from the stardust. It is believed that once every atom in the universe, carbon, oxygen, iron, calcium, was a part of the stars. And we all have the atoms in our body. We are built from those atoms. And when the earth was created, those atoms transferred into us. And the fourth thing was that human potential has no limit. It expands whenever you use it, and once one thing that looks impossible to you, it is just like muscle. The more you use it, the more you grow it. And the fifth thing, which I have learned during my adventure, is everything which you give, that multiplies. Whether it's respect, whether it's love, whether it is knowledge, whether it's skills. And the last thing, which I love the most, is purpose. The purpose give you the joy and meaning to your life. It is the oxygen of the soul. So these were just some facts which I have learned during my adventure of the Toastmaster projects. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nashin Yasir, for delivering wonderful thoughts in this our segment, Assembly Writing. So now our last speaker is Toastmaster Fauzia Safir. Toastmaster Fauzia Safir, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, please. Okay, the topic is adventure.
Yes, please. Assalamu alaikum. And can you hear me? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, speak.
Okay, thank you. Well, wonderful topic, because this is the most interesting topic I would like to present on. And I just took uh, much time to write on it. Oh, 70th meeting and me of 70s. This is an adventure too. Life itself is an adventure. When I opened my eyes in the world, adventures in my life started. Yes, around the world in 80 days. For me, around the world in 40 years. Until present age of 55 years, till my death. I was born with feathers to fly, with my father and with my husband too. I used to jump in every difficult situation, and it was vivid, outspoken, and exciting that each time it felt like an adventure. My life itself is a roller coaster. Accidental marriage. Accidental marriage, a funny thing, a funny phrase. But still, yes, in truth, it was accidental. Education, traveling, collecting strange things, playing, learning were my segments of life. Even eating and meeting people were like an adventure to me, giving me each time different adventures and pathways of learning. Exploring led me each time to open a new door, which I did vividly. Even my health issue is an adventure, because I found out about my body factory. Now at present, everything has become a memory of past that happened, but ongoing. Still, I'm just taking everything as an adventure and enjoying life, and even facing pressures. I feel that I am in a whirlpool, swimming in and out like a little child. The most interesting thing, which my late husband did, what he used to put me in very difficult situations. And in the end, he said, "Tu jelly hai kya?" Because I used to take the shape of the mold and adopted the situation, like passing with flying colors. My advice to you, become vivid. Do not be afraid. Keep exploring. Keep learning. Because life is an adventure given us by Allah. Alice in Wonderland took me to a journey full of adventures around the world. I'm lucky to have vivid and expert philanthropists as distinguished respective Toastmasters. Grow and glow, cease to sow. This is what life is. And moreover, the, the whole life actually is adventure, but the main thing is that when you fail to do things, then adventure starts. Don't be afraid. Don't see that there is a ditch or there's what height you are standing. Just jump. This is what I learned. There will be people to save. They people will be there to save you. But you yourself will become a parachute for yourself. And you'll help yourself because when things will come to you, then problem solving and everything, these, situational and booking things will start working. This is what I interpreted from life, and adventure is a very, very wide, circumference. And in the mathematically, if we say that we cannot cut it into piece of cake, just go on, eat, meet, and greet. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster, for the speech, and she was delivering wonderfully her thoughts. And now let me ask the timer, is there any time disqualification?
No, there is no time disqualification. I'm about to float the poll for the best wordsmith. Everyone, please vote. And since there were so many speakers, I request you to vote for two of your favorite speakers so that we can have a result.
Okay, please open it.
Yeah. I'm just launching it. Meanwhile, you can continue. Yeah.
Okay.
So thank you so much, Toastmaster Abdul Mateen. I think the beauty of the session was the simplicity of the task that you gave. You asked everyone to think around the word adventure and present our own interpretation of it. The best presenter is someone who enables greatness on the stage rather than hog the stage themselves. So congratulations on this amazing session. And I think we heard so much variety, so many stories. So now, without further ado, let's move on to the session of journal evaluation, which will be headed by Toastmaster Mohammed Aslam. Over to you, Toastmaster Aslam. And
Thank
everyone,
you.
please cast 2 votes. You are not voting. Yeah.
Thank you, DTM Tala. Now we have just entered into the last phase of our meeting, which is called journal evaluation. And today I'm the journal evaluator. As a part of journal evaluation, my first job is to invite evaluator of prepared speaker. Today, our first prepared speaker was Toastmaster Noshin, and Toastmaster Noshin spoke about tracking my emotions. And Toastmaster Abdul Mateen is going to evaluate her speech. Toastmaster Mateen, over to you.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. What an amazing topic, tracking my emotions, and how wonderfully it was developed by asking simple question and after taking a killer pause of 7 seconds. So this add curiosity among the audience and add value and people like to think what the speaker is going to say. That was a wonderful thing that has been done by my speaker. Then she aligned perfect body language along with judging, suppressing, observing. These were some keywords that she want to delegate to the audience. Then point by point elaboration of the thoughts, like number one, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And the supporting these points with the unique ideas and then concluding every point with a message. Like in the fifth, she said that sport the relationship, sport developing the relationship. So that was wonderful. Then asking, giving a message, stimulating us, creating a speech value. Ask yourself, what are the emotion? Why are these? And what are their impacts? So a wonderful job done by Toastmaster Nushin. Yes, Yasir. A couple of areas improvements are there that when you are in a video speech contest, so it must be kept in mind that you must watch your eye contact should be with the camera, not with the audience. If you will try to contact with the audience, your eyes will be somewhere else, and because the camera is standing up. Second, the body language is very good, but it shouldn't go outside the screen. It should be within the screen. All right. So with these couple of area of improvements, overall it was a wonderful job, and your purpose is served. Thank you very much. Over to General Manager.
Thank you, dear evaluator, Toastmaster Abdul Mateen, for evaluating speech delivered by Toastmaster Nausheen Yasser. Our next prepared speaker was Chaudhry Kachand. No, sorry, Asmanas. The title of the speech was Chaudhry Kachand. The speech of Asmanas will be evaluated by our very own DTM Mohammed Farooq. DTM Mohammed Farooq, over to you.
थैंक यू टोस्ट मास्टर आजमी। क्योंकि तकरीर उर्दू में थी तो मैं अपनी गुजारिश उर्दू में पेश करूंगा। टोस्ट मास्टर असमा, आपके जो उन्वान था तकरीर का, 14वीं का चांद, उसने मेरे जहन में इब्ने इंशा की याद ताज़ा कर दी, क्योंकि चांद इब्ने इंशा का एक बहुत ही पसंदीदा मौजू है। और फिर आपने जो गीत गुनगुनाया 14वीं का चांद, वो भी एक बड़ा मशहूर और मारूफ गीत है। आपने कहानी का आगाज एक मंजर कशी से किया, रात की तारीकी और बादल का छटना और चांद का नमूदार होना। और फिर आपने दो चार मिसालें पेश की कि एक आम फहम जुमला और इसको शायराना अंदाज में बयान करना, उससे किस किस तरह फर्क पड़ता है। और फिर आपने अपनी जिंदगी का एक वाकया बयान किया कि उस वाकये ने आपको किस हद तक मुतासिर किया, उस वाकये के क्या मुज़मिरात थे, और इस तरह आपने उस वाकये से जो सबक सीखा वो आपने हमारे साथ बांटा। आपकी कहानी के अंदर जो, अगर टिक मार्क्स की बात करें तो टिक मार्क्स तो पूरे हैं, यानी कि उसमें एक अच्छा आगाज है, उसमें आपका एक ज़ाती वाकया है, उसमें मिसालें हैं और उसमें एक सबक है। लेकिन इस टिक मार्क के बीच में जो कुछ चीज़ें हैं जिस पे आपको काम करने की ज़रूरत है, उसमें सबसे पहले तो जो आपका कैमरे के साथ फासला था, उसको उस पर तवज्जो देने की ज़रूरत है कि कैमरा कम से कम इतना दूर हो कि वो आपके जो चेहरे के तासुरात हैं और हाथ के जो हरकत और सकनात हैं उसको जाहिर कर सके सही तरीके से। दूसरा, मुझे ऐसा महसूस हुआ कि तकरीर में कुछ मकामात पर आप अपने लैपटॉप के साथ या स्क्रीन के साथ मसरूफ़ रहें, उसका ख्याल रखें, क्योंकि उससे ऑडियंस को, जो हाजरीन होते हैं, उनको एक डिस्कनेक्ट फील होता है, रब टूट जाता है आपकी तकरीर का भी। तो उसके ऊपर आपको काम करने की ज़रूरत है। और कुछ चीज़ें जो मैंने महसूस की अ, अपने का एक नाकिस ख्याली के एतबार से, कि आपके जो मिसालें थी इंतज़ार की और उसमें जो शेर का इंतखाब था, या आपने एक मुश्किल फैसले की बात की, और उसमें जो शेर का इंतखाब था वो उस पर काम करने की जरूरत है कि वो एक ऐसा शेर हो जिसमें वाकई मुश्किलात का जिक्र हो, या एक ऐसा शेर हो जिसमें इंतजार का जिक्र हो। एक लफ्ज आपने मिजाहियत इस्तेमाल किया, ये उर्दू जबान में इस्तेमाल नहीं होता, इसको आप मिजाह कह सकते हैं। जो दो चीजें आप कर सकती हैं इस तकरीर में, जो आपके इस तकरीर को मजीद उठान देंगी, वो ये था कि इसमें एक मंजर था जिसमें एक उस्तानी आपको डांट रही है। वो डांटने की अदाकारी अगर आप करती तो इसमें एक जान पैदा हो जाती, एक हकीकी किरदार निगारी आ जाती। और जो गीत आपने गुनगुनाया, अगर वो गुनगुना देती हैं आप बजाय इसको बोलने के, तो उससे भी एक हाजरीन को एक ताकत और एक उसमें आपकी तकरीर में एक जान पड़ जाती। तो इन चीज़ों का ख्याल रखें आप, और इस तकरीर को जब आप दोबारा पेश करेंगी तो इन चीज़ों के साथ पेश करेंगी, तो मुझे उम्मीद है कि वो एक बामकसद और एक पुरलुत्फ तकरीर जो है वो आप पेश कर पाएंगी। बहुत शुक्रिया।
बहुत शुक्रिया टोस्ट मास्टर मोहम्मद फारूक इस मुफस्सल जायज़े का। और इसके बाद after this evaluation, now we are moving towards the role holders. Was our first role holder is word of the day or grammarian. DTM Thala was carrying who is the custodian of the word of the day today?
DTM Asma is the language evaluator and the word of the day today.
Okay, DTM Asma, over to you.
Okay, thank you so much. With respect to the word of the day, and I've seen most of the people in the audience have used the word of the day vivid, and it was very much used by more frequently used by Toastmaster Fazia, then Toastmaster Azor also used it. Then we had Abdul Mateen Qasmi, Vivian Farooq, and Vivian Talha, and I believe Roshan also used it. So everyone has used it mostly. And with respect to the language evaluation, at least from that side, I was just so much engrossed in the meeting, I couldn't note anything. And there were very good English usage, I noticed. And for Urdu, what I can say, medium Farooq is amazing. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. And I think we don't have other role holders. So we directly go to the evaluation. And by evaluation, I would like to start my gratitude for Toastmaster Abdul Mateen Qasmi. You know, he was gradually taking a central stage. He has already bypassed me, but today it's happy to note that he is also bypassing DTM Talab bin Ahmed, and it's a good thing to observe. I vividly remember the first day, my first encounter with you, and the way you are evolving, it is unbelievable. Now I'm praying that DTM Tala should be the immediate past president of this club, and I want you to replace him and do not allow him to be a consecutive president. I have some very serious reservation, and I am ready to work with you to help you not electing him and electing you. The second, I think the highlight of the day is the recital by Muhammad Farooq and his following discussion. I religiously follow his conversation, his speeches, and the way, he talks usually is knowledge about Urdu literature is amazing, unbelievable. And the live conversation, the following live conversations about the discussions, and then the two prepared speeches, tracking emotions and Chaudhry Ka Chand, and then come the extempore writing, vividly described adventure by almost each of one, especially Javed Siddiqui Sahib, his adventure with his wife and children. And let me convey him that he is not alone. We are all living in our own respective hills, and we have a serious reservation of the people coming from Venus are living there. And it is a tragedy or the irony, one of the ironies of the life that we hug them. And when it's my turn, I usually shout at my children because, you know, as a part of a strategy to kill the chicken in order to scare monkeys. Uh, that is how I use my strategy rather indirectly. But anyway, thank you for sharing your adventure. Um, Lastly, the one thing that I'm really impressed, the number of the people we have in today's online, because last time the number was quite less, and the live the live session, our prepared speaker, and I invite DTM Tala to think about the table topic, because we have certain guests. Always we have a couple of guests, and we need to give them an opportunity to actually participate apart from their comments in the end of the meeting. This is the end from my side. We will meet, inshallah, next week, Saturday or Sunday, for a new meeting. And this is the end from my side. Over to you, the president of the meeting, for your comments.
Thank
Over
you.
to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Asghar. And just winding up my session as TMOD, please vote for the major role player. And now handing over the charge to our president, Toastmaster Pramati.
Thank you very much, DTM Talabin Hamid. And as we have come to the end of this session, and let me ask some feedback from the guests. I think one guest is Jalil Muhammad. I would like to ask him, request him, please open your mic and give your feedback about the program and tell me about yourself. Sir, please.
Thank you very much for giving me opportunity to speak about this session. Today's session was wonderful. I really enjoyed this session, and the speeches, both the uh, the table talk speech and other detailed speech were marvelous, and the real life examples given uh, were also very important, and they gave us uh, learning lessons which could help us in our lives. And especially the Urdu speech was also wonderful, which was really great. And the way it was delivered, it was excellent. It is a very good session. I really admire efforts of all team, and especially those who are managing this forum. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guest Jalil Muhammad, for joining us and for giving your valuable feedback to us. And now we have a pair of guests. One is Muhammad Farooq. He was our keynote speaker, and then Javed Siddiqui. You have 1 minute to give your feedback on this today's meeting. Toastmaster Muhammad Farooq, please, first floor.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mateen, for inviting me for my feedback. WordWise is like second home, and we feel whenever we left this meeting, we feel that we have gained something. So this feeling is always there, because here, because this is an advanced club, so people come here with their experience, with their life stories, with their knowledge and learnings and readings. Like Toastmaster Asghar shared the book. So these kind of things, this help us in getting something. Like not in an ordinary club meeting where we go and we just learn the art of speaking. This club gives us art of living. So this is my feedback on this, and I'll try to be a regular guest as well, or member, whatever.
Thank you very much. We'll be sending a membership form to you as well. So DTM Talabin Hamid, please must support Muhammad Farooq. We want to listen.
He won't need a membership form, he'll need a renewal form.
Oh, okay. Please, whatsoever, please share it. Please share it with Toastmaster Mohammed Farooq. So, few words from Javed Siddiqui, Toastmaster Javed Siddiqui, about today's meeting.
Uh, Thank you, Mateen Saab, giving me this opportunity. Actually, I don't know how to read Urdu. Even मैं वहीं से हूँ जहाँ से जोश मलिहाबादी साहब हैं. Actually, I'm from Lucknow, and Malihabad is very close to Lucknow. जहाँ पे सिर्फ if you will travel anytime, you will see a lot of mango trees only, full of mango. So going forward, मैं कोशिश करूँगा I'll read on his like poem, poetry and all, because वो एक additional एक ऐड करती हैं जो हम लोग को पढ़ना भी चाहिए. We should know about our culture. And thank you very much. Being a neighboring country, you are adding something to me. And inshallah, with this addition, I'll grow in myself. Overall meeting, like I will say, like when I connect with you people, I feel that I'm connected with very intellectual persons. And whenever I leave this meeting, so there is always a great takeaway for everyone, especially like today, if I'll talk Nausheen, right? She has she has added additional values in the terms of emotional intelligence. I will try to practice in all phases of my life, in all phases of my adventure, whether it's personal or professional, because like when I keep practicing, somebody in the meeting told like if you try, it will triple, right? So practice makes a difference. So these things are there, and suddenly when you are giving some topic, just like today, the topic was adventure. Everybody has written and everybody has given their own perspective of thinking how they has written. So this adds values in the terms of writing and speaking both. So overall, this amazing. Everyone is amazing, and thank you very much. And hope this again in future you will give me a chance so that I can attend. I cannot be already I'm a member of some Toastmaster. So and there is some you know the ground reality. I cannot be the member, but as a guest, I would like to join there.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Javed Siddiqui, and you are always welcome whenever you have a time. You can join us, and probably we have a meeting on Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah.
And this is a Toastmaster. This fetch you somewhere. Like I was in Riyadh, I went to Desert Diamond Toastmaster. I attended their meeting.
Great.
So this is a community, and that's for open for everyone. Whenever you want, you can join it, and even you want to extend your meeting, so you can contact with DTM Talab bin Ahmed. He is there.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. Let me ask about the results from our distinguished Toastmaster Talab bin Ahmed. So what are the results?
Thank you. Thank you so much. So today, best speaker goes to Toastmaster Noshin Yasser. Congratulations. Best evaluator goes to DTM Farooq. Congratulations.
I request Toastmaster Noshin Yasser to open the camera, or everyone, if it's convenient for them. And meantime, you can take the picture snaps as well.
Yeah. So this is the first best speaker award for Toastmaster Noshin in WordWise. So congratulations. Best evaluator again, DTM Farooq. Best wordsmith, which is the recital for Let's Word It, Toastmaster Fauziya. Congratulations. And
great.
And best major role player, you guys already know because pretty much all of you voted for me. So thank you so much. KTC never votes for me. I'm sincerely grateful to WordWise. So thank you so much, and over to you, Mr. President.
All right. So thank you very much. Congratulations to the winners. And for this meeting, special credit goes to Talab bin Hamid, who brought DTM Mohammed Farooq as a keynote speaker, and then DTM Basmanaz, who prepared the agenda and arranged all the meetings. And that is not an easy job. to chasing everyone, after that presenting, bringing them on the screen and bringing them on the meeting. So really thankful to all of you. With this, let us adjourn the meeting. One correction, that this was our 80th meeting, not the 70th. Okay.
Oh, I
And
should I should have known of all people. I even put it in
yeah,
the flyer. Okay. So
actually,
yeah, thank you. And special
all
appreciation.
right. So
Yeah, go ahead.
yes, please.
No, please complete.
All right. So our 81st meeting will be now on the next, I think, after 2 weeks. We will share the agenda and flyer with you. So till to that, this meeting is adjourned.
Thank you. I'm stopping the recording. Just one bit of special appreciation for DTM Asma for the agenda. Why?